Hello, everyone, and welcome to Spelljammer, Light of Xaryxis. This is Chapter 5, Living on the Edge, which I really wish we could use that song, but I can't afford the chili peppers. Hello, everybody. I am your Dungeon Master, Kelly. I use he and him, and I'm excited to be back in Wild Space after an extended delay. Thank you for your patience while I was recovering. I think I was recovering from my COVID shot or something. I was real out of it. And it was Mike's anniversary and a couple of other things. We were just nah, we're okay.
COVID. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you had COVID as well, and it was a big thing. But thank you. We're back. This is the only game that we are running in November, though, because we all have a bunch of like trips and holidays and other things planned. But we're gonna be running a bunch in December to get you caught up on spelljamming lore. Anyway, we're gonna be hopping into game in just a minute. But before that, I want to pass around and let everyone introduce themselves to you. So why don't we go ahead and start with the moistest of us, Mulj.
Wow, I hate that. I really don't like that. Wow, that's awful. Thank you for that. Hi, I'm Amy. My pronouns are she, her, or they, them. And I am playing Plava, the plasmoid barbarian of the depths. They're more like gelatin than moisture.
Okay, there's always room for MULJ Plava. I don't know.
I don't even know. All right. I'm excited for this. Glad to be back in the blue. So, woo.
Nice. All right. So now that we've done with Dabba Deeing, Dabba Dying, do you have any fun announcements? Any exciting things?
No, not really. I'm excited for to have vacation in a week.
Nice. Yeah, that's gonna be good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's pass over to Christa. Also, Christa, before we pass it to you though, happy birth! It's your birthday.
Yay! I'm officially in my late 30s. Thank
Whoop, whoop.
you.
Yay!
I mean,
Yes.
You're a hippo. You start over again, right?
Sure. Yeah, that's totally how that works.
All right. And as a birthday present, I am going to give you a point of inspiration.
Oh, thank you.
No.
I will try to find a notepad through the tiny visor I have to make a note of that. But hi, I'm Christa. Yeah, it's my birthday today. Thanks, guys. And I've already played one game today, and I played a game yesterday, and so my whole weekend is just gaming, and it's friggin' great, and I'm here for it. And then I'm going to go play board games and card games today with my partners, so I'm very excited.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, that's gonna be you.
I'm Christa. I use they, them, or she, her pronouns. This is Francis, and they use they, them pronouns when I remember what pronouns I need to use for them.
Nice. Yeah, they don't even know. They don't even know.
They don't even know.
But you know what I do know is that they're locked and loaded. Don't forget that they have a gun now.
They do have a gun now.
And
that
we're going to be using.
Technically aren't good with, but just happen to roll that.
No, they have proficiency with.
No, but my dex is trash. I have really good strength, so my actual fire gunning ability is not good.
If you do something cool enough, I'll allow you to use strength and firearms. You just pistol punch them.
It's like what movie was that where they bend the bullets?
Oh, Wanted. Yeah.
That's speaking. So it just goes harder.
That's right. So speaking of wanted people who go harder, hi Mike.
What?
So wanted.
Hi everyone, it's me, Michael, and going with he, him pronouns, and I'm back once again as Felnar, the greatest penny pinching red goblin monk this side of, I would say, Elos, but we're not sure what happened to Elos, so here I am on a ship with my friends.
With your friends. All right. Any fun announcements, Mike?
You can find me when I'm not here having fun over on Precarious's channel, also having fun with another boat full of pirate types. They're a little less weird. No, they're twice as weird. No, the weirdness is about equal.
Okay, that's good. I'd hate for them to be weirder than us. That would be kind of rough.
Yeah.
Nice. And all right, let's pass over to Millie.
Oh, hi, it's me, Millie. I am bunny hearted in the chat, and I love all of you. My root and toot pronouns are she and her, or they and them. I'm a little sleepy and headachy today, so unfortunately that means no wig, and I'm really excited for this game. I've been hyped for this for the whole week. I'm really excited to get back to Spelljammer. I got my Moomin dice ready to roll.
Oh,
Seriously, they're
All
so cute. They got little movements on them.
Any fun announcements or anything that you'd like to make besides just being happy to be here?
I mean, it's almost I guess it's slightly past my 2-year streaming anniversary, and I'm doing a whole party to celebrate next weekend.
Nice.
Congratulations.
It's pretty exciting. I'm excited for that.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Oh, has it already been 2 years? Wow.
I know,
Time
right?
flies. You've done a lot of great work. In the
How long
community.
has Dork Tales been Dork Tales? Because at least a year longer than me, I think.
So we just celebrated 4 years with this Extra Life. So
Okay, that's
and the
freaking
first year was
amazing.
barely a thing, really, right?
We got a party. We got to do Dork Tales parties. Let's
Dork
go.
Tales 5. Dork Tales 5 next year is gonna be a big one. Yeah. Next
Okay.
year,
Well, I'm here for it. Literally.
we're gonna have all of our friends. We're gonna invite everybody from everywhere. We're gonna run a night. Gonna run 1,000 games, Morty.
Let's do it. 20 minutes, 1,000 games. Let's go.
20
my
minute
God.
adventures. 20-minute adventures. 1,000 20-minute adventures. It'll be great. In and out, nice and easy. 16 campaigns later. All right. And finally, last but not least, let's pass it over to, I guess I'll pass it down to Kat.
Hey everyone, I'm Kat and I use she, her pronouns. And tonight I am playing Cheshire and she is our glitchling druid. And you can find me in the chat as Captain Starbun. And you can also watch me at that channel doing cool Lego stuff and playing cool sci-fi games.
Nice. Nice.
Realizing I completely neglected to introduce my character. Should I
Oh
do
yeah,
that?
you should totally
or
do that.
Just be a hacking gremlin. All right, I will do both. I will be a hacking gremlin and also introduce my character. Hi, I'm playing Tana Spelljar. Wow, Starbell. Real awake today. I'm a rad warlock who made a terrible deal, and I'm basically a disaster Disney princess, and I love playing this character.
Nice. That sounds fantastic. And let me just turn one thing off because I had the donation menu from Extra Life still running on our chat timers. Because quick reminder, last weekend we had a hell of a time running 13 games over 3 days. Well, slightly less because of an unscheduled power outage on our island, but at least 9.5 games over 3 days, and raised, I believe, about $10,000 for the Children's Miracle Network. If folks, if you're trying to get rid of some money and would like to give it to a worthy cause that will give you a charitable tax receipt, please go to extralife.org. And if you're feeling kind enough, go to extralife.org/team/dorktales and donate to some of our personal charity streams by an individual player. We receive nothing from that, but it does help us achieve some of our goals. So we get like t-shirts and stuff. So, and it helps the Children's Miracle Network, where they really could use every bit of support that you can give. We're going to be trying to probably do some makeup games in December. So if you want to see some one-shots, those will be coming then. And I'm going to try to have the Extra Life games from August and December releasing about one a day from here on in over on YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube, you should be getting extra notifications from this. Trying not to over spam you with it. Finally, I'm about to have time where I can just sit down and video edit my heart's content. All right, and I think that's it from me. We'll talk more about some great stuff on the break, but anybody have any questions, comments, concerns before we jump into game? And that sounds like a no. All right, perfect. I love it when there are no concerns. And then finally, I have 4. I only had 3 Hurt the Mores logged. That's great. Oh no, another Hurt the More.
Oh no, how terrible,
There we
you
go.
say. Dun. Can we get a hurt them less?
Or hurt them less?
Can maybe hurt them more?
That's all something good happens. So, all right.
Yeah, it's my birthday. Give me something good happens.
You have
Trav
an
gave me a
inspiration.
hurt more. Rude. Yeah, I know. I'm talking. That was your gift to me. I'm
Oh,
talking
there's
to
something
the
good
chat.
happens. There, Chris.
And
There
of
you
course,
go.
just like
Robin.
real life, the good ones cost far more than the bad ones.
Exactly.
Robin bought you something there. So no more complaining. We're all good.
I will not. I wasn't actually.
I know you weren't actually
guys.
complaining.
You
We're just
guys are
joking.
wonderful
We're just joking.
regardless.
We have fun here. We have fun.
Complain times 10.
Okay, I'm just gonna move one last thing, and then we're gonna start. Boop. There we go. Okay. You all ready for this? Let's start. Spelljammer, Light of Xaryxis, Chapter 5, Living on the Edge. Zounds! The Xaryxian Empire attacked the characters' world, forcing them to take refuge on the Rock of Brawl. There they met a sympathetic gift named Krux. Aboard his ship, the Second Wind, the characters headed to a wizard tower on the outskirts of Wildspace, where Krux hopes to acquire a map. En route to the tower, however, the Second Wind was attacked by Hastane, an evil ally of the Xaryxian Empire. In the midst of the battle, their ship was disabled. And now, though the party has defeated their foe, they find themselves adrift in space. Space. Whew. All right. Always, every time.
I feel like we need the Twilight Zone theme playing here.
Do. Well, I'll meet you at Stranger Things.
Okay, that sounds good.
As you float through the reaches of astral space, you find yourselves adrift in the void. There's still air surrounding the Second Wind. And as you watch that strange jellyfish-like creature that the one who called themselves Hastane rode in on fly away with their corpse, Commodore Krux strikes a match on his boot and lights his pipe, taking a long drag.
Well, settle in, everyone. We could be here for a while.
How long do you think a while is going to be?
I suppose, well, if that creature is what I believe it is, and I think I know exactly what it is it is what is it? It's, an aesthetic. It has likely taken down our spelljamming helm. It could be as little as a day or as long as a week.
Can we fix it?
Unfortunately not. The magical field is suppressed. Best we can do is make repairs on the ship and prepare to head further once it starts up. Or, at the very least, enjoy some of the rations that we've brought aboard. We did bring rations, right? We did. I believe that... Mr. Flinch?
Yes, sir?
Are there rations aboard?
Many, sir.
That's something, at least. I hope you like hardtack.
I mean, I'm good with pretty much anything.
Okay, come with
It's
me.
better than nothing.
Well, feel free, make yourselves at home. I would say that for this leg of the journey, no need to do any type of chores or anything. Hopefully, my good friend Felnar kept this up to snuff while it was in her possession. What do you say, Starbell?
The tree will just kind of shake, the giant dryad growing from the center like a mast. It shrugs.
Good enough for me. No. All right, everyone, take 5.
Commander.
Yes, Commodore.
My apologies, Commodore.
Yes.
Yes. If we have some time to kill, I would love to hear about the GIF.
But of course. Speak up, boy, though, you, person. Speak up, friend. I wish to hear more from
my
you.
volume up, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Can you move it at all closer?
Without putting it directly in my mouth.
Put it directly in your mouth. Is it on?
Francis just consumes the microphone.
Is it on
just
the
eat
correct
microphone?
Is it on the correct microphone
Yeah.
input?
That's a very good question. I would assume so. It usually is. Input. Oh no! I'm so sorry. It's
That's okay.
never done. It's never jumped before.
You might have to. So we'll fix that right now.
Done.
Is that any better?
Holy crap! Is it better?
Oh my
Oh.
goodness.
So much better.
Wow.
So much better.
Now you're Krista clear.
Changed.
No.
It's never changed. Apologies. Is that
It's
okay,
okay.
or now
You know
am I
what?
too loud?
No, you're fine. You could be a little louder if you wanted to be. Just enunciate
Okay,
loudly.
well, I'll just keep it right here. Yeah.
I
Apologies.
think Ping did some updates recently to improve some things, but it's led to me having to like
Oh.
reconnect my mic a couple times. So,
Gotcha.
But anyway,
Okay.
thank you,
Hooray!
like
Yes.
legit, thank you. Remind me to thank Ping during the break. Anyway,
We will.
okay.
So, yes, I'd be happy to tell you about our illustrious people.
That would be absolutely wonderful.
Of course, of course. Besides being the easiest creatures to spot in a room, unless there's some of those blasted Loxodons around. Spotlight stealing hose faces. We're a people of seafaring mercenaries, primarily. Troops renowned for their martial training, the love of all things that explode, from firearms to barrel bombs. Oh, you haven't seen a cannon yet, have you, friend?
A what?
A cannon. Picture your pistol, but the size
Of that one, and he'll point at Mulj.
or perhaps larger. It's like a ballista that fires giant projectiles. But bullet
I mean, I can
ones.
fire projectiles, but I don't think I'm a cannon.
But you, yes, probably.
I've seen you shoot a pea pretty far that one time.
It was pretty impressive.
Wait, you get a weapon that fires giants? That's awesome.
Oh, that would be very incredible. Just shooting giants here and there, and then they can fight as well. That would be amazing.
I suppose actually, you weren't raised by Gear, were you? Gif, were you?
No, I was raised by giants.
What is your rank then?
I didn't do so well in that. I didn't. The giants have very. It sounds like very different deciders on who gets to be promoted, and
Yes.
running around breaking things didn't deem promotion.
So, what, I suppose that if you said I am the first GIF that you've met, then there are very few chances in your past for anyone to give you any rank of merit.
Correct.
I suppose I shall have to remedy this. Let's see. As a Commodore, let's see. I could get to. Well. What do you think? Have they earned the rank of cadet? Or perhaps. No, not cadet. You are my number 2 on this vessel at the moment.
I resent that, says Mr. Finch.
I mean, in terms of gift, my friend. Let's see. Well. For now, until you prove your worth a bit further, I shall promote you to the rank of gunner.
Exciting. As I now have a gun, that is perfect.
Yes, I know, I thought it was quite clever. Keep up the good
Very
work,
clever.
and soon you will make your way to lieutenant.
Wonderful. Is it lieutenant or lieutenant?
Honestly, it depends on whether or not you are you a GIF or a GIF, by the way? What
I
side
don't
of
know. Is there either? I suppose if you're using the common alphabet, GIF would make sense.
Yes, we use the common alphabet and the Queen's alphabet, unfortunately. It leads to quite a bit of confusion.
If the gunner has a gun, does the lieutenant need a loot? Do we need to get some...
No, but they might need a lift. And speaking of things that need a lift, we probably do as well. So keep your eyes on the wild space in case anything comes by that we could, hitch a thumb out for. Or a toe in Rex's case.
Yes.
Hey, wait a minute. Is it GIF? Or Jeff? So, is it
Perhaps it's
Gunnery?
Riff.
Or is it Johnnery? I'm so confused.
Yes,
I'm
that's
also
understandable.
confused.
Well,
Well, you're still Frankie, so it is what it is.
T-Rock, this is why I like you. You ask the really important questions. Like, you're so smart.
Truly a
It's
unique
true.
and gifted mind.
well, in the meanwhile, take a rest, and we can speak more over, Mr. Flinch, is it rum or ale or grog?
It's mostly grog, sir.
Is it Jog?
Depending on the
Grog,
contents of your
grog,
stomach, you may be
perhaps?
jogging to the edge. Oh, that being said, this is your first real time in wild space spending any time aboard a vessel, as I presume. If the grog jogs your meal, please try to project downward from the vessel with as much force as possible as to not have it be caught in the gravity well and fly back around.
Have you done that
Clouds of-
before?
Clouds of sick are, yes, yes. With
Sounds
that,
messy.
Perhaps we should assign a bucket instead.
yes. I have no time for bucket lists. So instead, I shall go and I'm going to go sleep off what is coming on to be a thunderous hangover.
Best of luck.
Thank you, friend.
And he will stumble off. Wow. You'll hear overhead as Mr. Flinch, the Hadazee first mate, climbs down the mast. Ain't seen him that happy in a while.
Well, that's
Seemed
good.
like he needed friends. We're good at being
we-
friends.
We have that effect on people.
He needed something, that's for sure. Astral elves, huh?
Kind of awkwardly.
Oh, no.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes?
like, you're off to go fight them.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
But you ain't with them?
They kicked me out.
Oh. What'd you have to do for that? Not blow up a planet?
Could say it was a small religious dispute.
I like it better with your hair down like that. It looks lovely. Have you considered doing any ribbons or bows or anything? Really spruce it up a
I
bit.
have. I just didn't have any on hand, unfortunately.
Well, if you're looking for any fabric to fix your clothing, I'd be more than happy to help.
Oh, that's very sweet of you. I would never say no to a pretty little ribbon.
I mean, I could also do something about the skirt, too.
What's wrong with the skirt?
I mean,
This was a designer skirt like 60 years ago.
that's the problem with elves, honey. You kind of get a little out of fashion after a while. You can only wait for it to come
Yes,
around
everyone
so
tells
long.
me that, and they're always probably correct. Yes.
I don't really think
Okay,
that
the
we have
boots are still in though, right? I just
boots are-
got these legitimately.
Boots are always in.
Okay, good. Whew.
Especially ones with that type of heel.
I know, right? They're so nice. They
Funky
got the
heels
nice
are very-
clink sound when you stomp around. Yeah, they're fantastic. Big fan. Big fan.
If you ever want to get any upgrades to your clothing, come downstairs. I'd be happy to help all of you. Miss Monsieur Mixter Ponsby? Francis. Do you have a holster for that pistol, or are you just gonna leave it in your pocket and look like you're happy to see everyone?
Is that how one holds them? I have a strap for my hammer, but I've never owned a gun.
I'll come up with something for you.
I greatly appreciate it.
Let's see, your measurements are, and he'll kind of like hold his hands out doing like the measuring thing. Big. Okay. Understood. I'll make sure there are notches. Now,
Thank you very much, Mr. How long have you been with the ship?
long enough. Let's see. Well, I've been with the Commodore since back before, when he was an active Commodore. Back during the business with the he'll cast a look over at Tana, kind of sheepishly.
Oh, right. I wasn't present, really.
Well, anyway, it's not my story to tell. He'll tell you when he's ready to. So, yeah, I mostly stuck around out of duty. I owe the man my life, really, and when he started renting it out to people like Felnar, I made sure to stay on as first mate, so I keep an eye on the boat. Second wind's really all he has. Still.
Very honorable of you.
You also seem like good friends. What was your name again?
Flinch. Mr. Flinch.
Flinch. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I'm gonna lean in very close to Mulj and go, the Mr. means that he's important.
Oh.
Well, if,
More important than Commodore?
Depends who you ask.
Okay.
It's good that you're giving him something to live for again. I hope that it lasts.
I certainly hope so too. I feel we're lucky to have met him.
I mean, we all might die.
Honestly,
Well,
I think that might be preferable in a way. If this mission were to fail and you'd all survive, I don't think the poor Commodore's heart could bear it.
Wait, but the alternative is we fail and survive? What?
You could also succeed.
Well, that's the ideal option. I don't want to die.
that
Not
does
too
seem
fond
ideal.
of it either.
Mm-hmm.
Well, make yourselves at home on the ship, anywhere but my cabin. It's the one that has my name on it. And I guess the captain's cabin, although you can work that out with him.
Speaking of, I know that this place has been looked after and kept clean and stuff. But if we're going to be stuck here for quite some time, and there's no way to make the ship move, could we sparkle it up a little bit?
I don't see why not. Maybe nothing too permanent, but
Doesn't have to be too fancy. It could just be, a little prettier, like your fashion advice, but for the ship, maybe a little. Yeah. I've got a few ideas, and Tana's gonna telekinesis over like mops and buckets.
You know what?
Anyone up for a rousing song?
I look forward to seeing what you come up with.
This is why they
start
hated me
working-
in the academy.
I'll start work on that gun belt right now.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna go check the spelljamming chair to make sure that it isn't actually just an entire pile of vomit. Like what it was before.
Right.
Gonna go give it a clean.
Is there a large tub I can put in whatever ends up as my quarters? Or even just on the deck is fine.
Whatever
I'm
you
not
find, you can
great with
keep.
beds.
Well, you can use
Oh,
at
cool.
least.
Exciting. And Moose is gonna veer off and start looking through stuff.
Okay. So you can have your run of the ship. It's quite basic, really. Aside from the living ship, which honestly keeps the place a bit dirty, and I mean that in the way that a gardener's house is sometimes a bit dirty. The grout has bits of soil in it. Like the gaps between some of the boards on the upper floors have bits of dirt and root wrapping through them from where the tree is perched. It's a homey kind of dirt, like a hobbit kind of dirty.
Nice.
However, the lower vessel, the lower decks are quite compact in many places. Large enough for a GIF to go through, so definitely large enough for the rest of you, I suppose. But they are quite cluttered. Old manifests, old crates with food that probably should be thrown out. It's a little bit, as you go down to the cargo deck right now, there's a bunch of just junk that should have been a little more closely cleared out. Just kind of lazing around.
Sounds like the perfect circumstance to go on a slightly musical cleaning rampage.
That sounds fantastic. How does this work? What are you doing?
I mean, mechanically, probably a bunch of telekinesis and mage hand and starlit step. And obnoxiously overall, probably. Tana's distracting herself from the situation in which she's half convinced that they're all going to die horribly. And she figures she may as well be in a really pretty coffin. So she's gonna clean it up a little bit here. And to distract herself, sing really cheesy songs about being lost forever in a beautiful place.
Okay. Make me a performance roll. I want to see how good this song is,
Sure.
in spite of yourself.
Francis is in a particularly good mood, having finally learned something about who they are. Can
13?
they help?
Sure, yep. You can grant Tana advantage. So, Tana, you can reroll
I'll
that.
give you a baseline.
Ooh. I actually have a +4 to this. That's not bad. Oh, 19.
So 23? Or just 19?
Yeah, I'm not proficient, but I've got good charisma, so.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So with that, you are going to actually sing a pretty rousing song, and with a lot of trills and a lot of or is it more like the opening song from Tangled, like da 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 dun 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 da?
A little, but maybe with room for callbacks if anyone else wants to get involved. Just like that, the moment where you say something and you're like, haha, and the audience knows what to say here, but I could do it for them if they're not going to get involved.
Okay.
So it's kind
Francis definitely gets involved.
Mulj or Wrek,
Excellent.
are either of you getting involved?
Mulj will, probably around the time that they start looking into the possibly old food, which will end up in surreptitiously being snuck away into a large bucket.
Yeah.
All right.
We can put it in a specific mulch can. It's like a garbage can, but for mulches.
Oh my god.
Okay. I will for the musical number. And Wrek, what are you doing? Are you going to be playing a washboard or something?
No. Wrek is going to go and climb up into the tree and probably bounce around on the limbs because he's getting a little antsy. Especially knowing that we're stuck here. He's going to do like some chin-ups and stuff like that. But once they start breaking into song, he's going to try to add in his classic Goblin Screamo. So
Okay.
Ooh, we'll also
Right.
sing Goblin. Exciting.
sounds like an angry bird up in a tree, just kind of like yelling down at people below.
Starbell will watch you doing curls off of its arm, and we'll go and kind of like start watching you doing chin ups and muscle ups, and we'll start like curling you as you're doing it. So it feels like you're getting a lot of height off of these chin ups, like 20 feet worth.
Yeah, that's it. You definitely got the rhythm going. Any good at singing? You can do the bass line for my stuff. That's not bad.
There you go.
All right, everybody who answers the singing, I'll give you a +1 on your next roll.
Yeah.
All right. That sounds good. Cheshire, you're going to head downstairs into the room, and the spelljamming vessel is lying collapsed on the floor. The arm has fallen off again.
I want to make this so that it's not going to fall apart and be disgusting.
Okay. So
Spruce it up a little
are you
bit.
proficient with tinkerer's tools?
I'm proficient with a lot of things.
All right.
Um,
Ooh, that sounds like something on a Tinder profile.
oh,
I am
God,
proficient
yeah.
with many things.
She's not proficient with Tinkerer's tools, so she's just
what-
gonna try
what
to wing
tools
it.
are you proficient with? Any?
I don't think I wrote them all down. Yeah, I didn't write them down actually because I'm.
Because
super
what
smart
are you
sometimes.
again? What's your class?
A druid.
Oh,
Glitchling
okay, yeah,
or
no.
druid.
But
So, I
but
mean,
she's a,
Glitchling might give you.
She's
glitchling.
probably pretty good at repairing stuff because she has to repair herself sometimes.
So let's see. Well, you can heal normally, if I'm not mistaken, right? Living constructs.
Yeah, she can heal normally.
Ordered mind, balance chaos. Metal skin. Oh no, you don't get any. So yeah, you can go ahead and just make me an intelligence check to try to fix it up.
Okie dokie. D20, not D10.
Yeah, the D10's not going to get you a high enough roll. I'm going to tell you that right now.
How about a 17?
17's good. You're going to be able to see where some of the screws and bolts have come loose along the side of the arm. Going to kind of like screw that in, reattach it. It definitely is going to need some type of like wood glue or something. The upholstery needs to be redone entirely. But as you're going through, you're going to notice that like you're going to prop the spelljamming helm up kind of on its side because it does have kind of a disc-shaped bottom, and will roll around as you work on it. Kind of like it just like pivots around like a semisphere. But as you roll it to one side, you're going to see that there is a small lever built into the right side that you didn't notice before.
I'm going to pull the lever.
Okay. The front of the chair springs forward on a series of gears. And you'll see that there is an insignia on the wood of the lever that says Lazy Gif.
Oh my god. She's gonna go talk to, after enjoying the comedy of that, she's gonna go talk to Mr. Flinch about reupholstering this thing.
All right. Mr. Flinch is down in the shipwright's quarters. Actually, you know what? There's not much room there. He'd probably be working in the galley. Yeah, he pretty much works where he can. So down in the galley, you'll find him kind of just doing a bit of stitch work. Yes, stylish purple robot.
Close enough. Glitchling.
Gesundheit.
I know, right? I didn't really know either until recently, so that's a new thing for me too.
Okay, what is it with your entire crew not knowing what they are except for the astral elf who doesn't have a thing anymore?
Well, I mean,
does Wrek know he's a goblin? Has someone told him? Have you broken it to him?
He knows that he knows what he is.
Is he okay with it? Is that why he's screaming? Why is he screaming?
Well, no, he's singing. That's his singing.
Honey, I know what screaming sounds like.
But I mean, like for me, I just woke up like this one day. Well, not dressed like this, but I just woke up one day.
Yeah, you don't just dress. Like you don't just wake up dressed like that. That no, takes effort.
Exactly. So like I woke up one day, in like the in the Feywilds of Velos, and it was a wild experience. And I was there for a little while, and then I came back to it, the normal realm. I don't know, and then I don't know. So I don't even know where I came from.
Honestly, it's I find it sometimes better not to know. I mean,
Fair
families
enough.
can be great, but they can also be a real drag. I mean, mine, very unsupportive, non-fashionable, not particularly good people.
Yeah, I don't think I have any family other than my friends.
What more family do you need?
Well, exactly. So,
Commodore...
anyways.
Anyway. So, what can I do for you?
I'm trying to deal with that chair, the spelljamming chair.
Mm-hmm. What's wrong with the helm this time?
I mean, it's caked in booze and vomit.
Mm-hmm.
And the entire
You want some OxyClean or something? I have some from the last time I visited Earth. It works all right. I'm not kidding. It's right here. He'll reach and pull out a little jar of like crystal and is going to pass it to you. Just don't get it in your mouth. I learned that the hard way. Couldn't taste for a week.
Fair. Well, I was thinking, why don't we make it look a little nicer than it currently is? It's all like old beige floral right now. You could probably use a spruce up.
Do you think
I was
your elf
thinking, why
friend
don't we
would be
reupholster it?
Do you think your elf friend would be fine if I skipped out working on her thing and worked on that first?
I mean,
might be-
I don't know.
Honestly, she
We're
seemed
stuck
pretty
here
attached to that
regardless,
skirt.
So.
Yeah.
She does like the skirt.
It's not that bad. It just is a little school marmy, you know? It's old. But elves are so weird that way. I don't get it. Maybe you'll understand.
Because they live for so long.
Well, I mean, you probably will too. Look at you.
Good. I have no idea how old I am.
Honestly, maybe you had a midlife crisis. Maybe you were just like, you know, you turned 30 and then you just reset yourself. I knew a lot. There's a Hadazee named Tasha who does the same thing all the time. Turns 29 and then resets their age.
I mean, if you can, why not, right?
I suppose. I'd miss it personally. I like who I am.
I mean,
But
I
you're
really
right.
like who I've become. It's really nice.
That's fair.
I have a nice little life.
All right. Let's dress up that chair, then we'll get down to business.
Sounds good.
And yeah, he'll go there and help you fix up that chair. Everybody can take a long rest. You'll have plenty of time to relax and work on this. I'm gonna say that sprucing up the chair is gonna be just more of a time thing, and I want to see how well you do. Mr. Lynch is gonna give you advantage. I'm gonna let you be the one to run this game, Cheshire. So give me that.
Okay. What am I rolling?
Roll me charisma plus charisma plus. Do you have any tool proficiencies that you know of?
No.
Okay. I will say just roll me charisma or intelligence, your call, unless you can pitch a better option to me.
Nope.
All right, so roll with advantage though.
Good, because the first one was a 5.
It looks
Oh,
like
but that one's a 19.
That's better. The 5 would be great. It's just like, and now it looks like that Florida diagram or that Florida thing from The Simpsons. I'm not Florida. I'm a monster.
It's great. It's worse now.
Oh, thanks. It looks like a 5-year-old did it with macaroni. That's great.
Thanks, I hate it.
So, spending some time on that, you are going to finish it up. It gets completely reupholstered. There's tons of material to do that. And are you basically making this look like a pink secret lab chair? Like, how are you doing this?
She was thinking more purple. She's more purple than pink.
Purple.
So,
Purple.
yeah,
Chair.
Prob-
Okay.
probably like purple and silver, purple and gold. Look,
Ooh, purple and
okay.
silver or purple and gold? Which one are you doing?
Let's do purple and silver.
Oh, fail.
Why?
Because gold is better for ships. But you've
Yeah,
made
but
Yeah,
your
but
choice.
purple and
looks like-
silver looks like stars.
think
Yes, I
purple
know
and
they
silver
go
look
better
pretty
together,
good.
but this is Commodore Crux's ship, and he doesn't understand color theory.
But is
Gold
this ship
best.
really like a gold metal ship or is this a silver metal ship?
I think it's more of a brass ship, to be honest.
Yeah,
But
see
that's
that
just
might
a
work
theory.
color-wise.
A color theory. Thanks for watching. Okay, so you'll be able to do that. Are you putting any insignias or anything in it?
She'll probably put her own name on it somewhere.
Oh, that's clever. Getting everybody to sign it?
Well, everyone who pilots it.
All right, that's a good start. Just remember, this isn't your helm. You're just attuned to it right now.
Yeah. Oh, yes, I know. But
Because if
everybody who flies it should leave their mark on it.
there, that's a nice tradition and not at all mutinous. That's how I like it.
Of course, not mutinous.
Mm.
Why would anybody want that?
I've known you for 5 hours.
Accurate.
All right.
Accurate.
So long as we're agreed there. So you'll continue working on that. It's pretty much it's on its way, and if Flinch spends his free time like following your instructions, he will be able to get it up to snuff in no time. While that's going on, what's everybody else doing up deck, or elsewhere for that matter? Francis just kind of chilling out. Okay. What about Wrek? Just working out, hanging, doing your things?
Yeah, climbing up to as high up on the tree that he can. So he's kind of up in the crow's nest, so to speak, and keeping an eye out for things.
While you're up there, can you make me a perception roll?
I can. Oh, that is... Where is my perception? That's 23.
23. Okay, so you are up there for a bit, having a nice look around, and I mean, quite a bit of time passes. You'll have time to take a nap. You'll have time just to like sit and like twiddle your thumbs into oblivion. But as some time passes, you are going to notice that there are some lights dancing off of the starboard bow by quite a ways. And that's when you're going to see something quite majestic come into view. Flying across space, you're going to see a pod of 6 creatures. They look like whales, with no discernible mouths, and glowing, brilliant eyes, the color of nebulas. And one moment, and I will... they will begin. They're gorgeous. Anybody who wants to look them up, they are Kindori, is what they're called. And Kindori, and I love them. They are my favorite. They keep their distance from the ship, much like whales often do from vessels, just in case. Staying a good 100 feet away from the side of the ship. But they are close-ish. Now, Tana, you said you were redecorating the ship. Are you doing things like putting like lights up? Are you putting like new decorations? Like, how are you making this place spruced up as these things are approaching?
Gonna start with cleaning all of the stuff. I mean, if she sees these things approaching, then she'll be very, very distracted for a while. So start with cleaning and then find spots that look like they could use a little bit more light, and then try to find some way to do that, whether that's by doing candles or like, trying to find a way to put fairy fire in a jar or something like that.
Okay.
But absolutely spreading the light around a little bit, just trying to make it feel less like a coffin in the void of space.
Okay, that sounds good. So as you're tidying up and doing these things, you haven't quite seen the Kindori yet, but Wrek, you absolutely do see them from the crow's nest as they are approaching. What do you do?
Wrek jams a couple fingers in his mouth like finger fangs and lets out a loud, shrill whistle, and then yells, which side was it? Port side?
Starboard.
Starboard side. Off the starboard bow side. Over that side. The right side, left side. Depends which way you're looking. Over there.
All
and
right.
he'll start pointing in the direction.
Everyone on board is going to be able to hear this and make their way up to deck, including Commodore Krux, if they would like to do so. Is anybody not going on deck? Excellent. These gargantuan creatures fly, drift, gently coast through the void. They approach the ship, actually, and... Oh, okay. As, Tana, you're hanging a jar of light up on the side of the deck, casting a bit of twinkling purples and pinks and blue lights around you as you do so. One of them looks over in your direction and makes this kind of noise without any discernible mouth. As Commodore Krux steps on deck, he'll look up at that and say, more light, they're attracted to light. I have an idea.
Let's cast dancing lights then.
One of the Kandori breaks away from its pod and starts flying over toward your direction. It approaches the light. You can see that your dancing lights reflect in its luminous eyes back at you.
Everyone, bring as many of them as close as you can. I have an idea. We're going to hitch a ride. Grab some rope.
Ooh.
Let's lasso some. They're
Yes.
peaceful creatures. Try not to hurt them.
They're beautiful.
Another Kandori breaks away and is going to come and join its friend, getting about 15 feet from the side of the ship and kind of just like spinning around in a full 360 in space, watching it.
So, Kelly, you said they're attracted to light?
They are attracted to light, and these are, just to remind, gargantuan creatures.
And
Which means that they are the size of a, not quite a blue whale, but a, what's the one down from blue whales?
Like fin
wait.
whales?
Yeah, like this thing could swallow several orcas.
Fair enough. I'm gonna cast daylight.
Okay. That is gonna
Nice.
be a bright light. Let me just... Okay. Ooh. Okay. Okay. And... Okay. 3 more of them are going to come over. One of them is a little skittish, but as light suddenly floods the top deck, 5 out of 6 of the Kandori are going to head over and just hang out about 15 feet away from the ball of daylight that you've created and watch it with rapt fascination.
Ooh.
Grab some rope.
How many eyes do these things have?
It looks like they have 6, as far as I can tell from the art, 3 on each side. So
The perfect
Okay.
number.
So let's at least try to maneuver my dancing lights to sort of try to mimic their eyes on the bow of the ship.
Fun.
See if we can make us look like one of them. And then Tana's going to say, anyone else have anything else that glows?
No.
I think that you're both doing a good job already.
Anyone who wants to may make a lasso check. It's going to be an improvised ranged weapon.
Sure.
I will not do that, but if I can help someone by like holding the end of the rope, so when it has lassoed, I can pull it.
Mhm.
I'll do
Yeah,
that.
like I can try and assist.
I'll
Yeah.
make a roll to lasso.
Okay. Is anybody here proficient with? I mean, it's a lasso. I'm going to say that you probably don't have proficiency with it because you probably just
Probably
don't.
not.
So go ahead and make me a ranged weapon attack. Obviously not to do damage unless you intend to, but that's going to be a dexterity check.
Ooh,
Literal nat 20. I rolled a grow on my ridiculous
21.
21.
movement dice.
Okay.
Nice. So that's
the-
24 if it's just
All right.
dexterity.
That's fantastic. The ropes are going to sail, and you are going to manage to lasso a pair of them very easily. Mool, were you going to try to do that as well?
I was gonna assist, like, to sort of what I think it was Francis was doing.
Okay, so you're going to
just,
try
like,
to
help
hold
with
an
pulling
anchor.
in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
and
All right.
then Kelly. Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Go ahead.
No, please.
Oh, I was gonna say I'm a druid. Can I cast speak with animals on these?
Yes, you actually. One moment. Actually, make me an insight check.
Okay. That's a 15 base plus insight is going to be a 22.
Okay, I'll give this to you then. So taking a look at that, you are going to realize that they are not beasts. These are some type of celestial creature.
Oh.
And let me
Very
just see.
cool.
Do they have no
Oh.
language, unfortunately. but there could be other things that allow you to communicate with them.
Oh, no.
Do you have now I will say that you could try to communicate with them using animal handling, strangely.
Yeah, I think I might try that.
Please.
Yeah, let's do that. Animal handling, let's go. That's gonna be an 18 plus 4, 22.
Oh yeah, that's more than enough. How do you do this? So they're getting lashed and they seem a little nervous for this. Tana, you're gonna manage to lasso with that nat 20 without the Kindori even noticing. The other one, you're gonna lash it, Cheshire. You're gonna lasso it, and it's going to look a little like.
She's actually gonna fly up to it, and like try to like calm it. You know, she's so she's gonna like hang out like near its eyes, so it can see her.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's just gonna try to calm it and settle it down.
Okay. The strangest thing occurs as you float up to it. You are inside the gravity well of your ship. So your ship's gravity well is the primary well in this area. But as you float up to it and get to the point where you try to touch it, you will feel a pull against your flesh. This thing is large enough. It has its own gravity well. Now,
that's so cool.
It's not working because the ship is overriding it, but it's like feeling a magnetic pull a little bit, just like that little bit of static right before you make contact. You were like, oh, if you floated off into space, this thing would have you in its well. The creature looks at you and will give you a slow blink that you'll recognize even without the ability to speak to it directly as a, okay, I'm going to trust you, you seem nice type of look. Like a cat or a dog does when they're feeling comfortable.
Fantastic. And then she's gonna float back to the ship and land on the deck. And she goes, oh, I think they're gonna help us.
I hope so. Mulj, Francis, can you...
And as he says that, you guys are already tying off the ropes.
2 will probably be sufficient. If we could lasso any of the others, that might be better, but, let's see. With their help... Well, let's see. My friend Topola's tower is... that way. Point them there, and at the speed they travel, we can be there in about 3 days.
Can I try? You said they're about 15 feet away from us, circling, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Can I try to get another one?
With a lasso?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Or just like, or fly up to it and place it on it.
Sure. Either way, if you try to do that, then it'll be an improvised melee attack, basically, or you can do it at range. Either way, I've let you use dex because lassoing is dexterous. I'm from the Midwest.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
because either way, she's probably also gonna
my grandpa
do an animal handling check on this one as well if it's not a nat 20. Which it's not.
Okay.
I
think that the animal handling roll in the first one is going to kind of wear off on the others a bit.
Okay, perfect.
They're going to seem more comfortable. It seems that the one that you calm down is one of the pod heads.
So I got a 16 on that one.
Totally enough. These things are very large. Honestly, the hardest part about lassoing one of these is making sure that the hole in the lasso is large enough to go around them. Actually, enough. Hitting these things, they're literally the broadside of a barn. So you would have a much better chance at hitting than missing for the most part. Wrek, what are you doing while this is going
on? I'm continuing to keep watch because, if there's movement and lights and stuff, it could be attracting other stuff.
That's fair. Good man up there. Keep an eye out. There are very few predators that are large enough to take on something like one of the Kindori, but they are known to be the prey of lunar dragons. Moon
Yeah,
dragons.
no one wants any of those.
No, they are how do I say, right dicks.
Are those like dragons that live on moons or dragons that are moons?
Well, I mean, a little bit of column A, but mostly they're these xenophobic moon-colored creatures. They're generally not not that large. Maybe, but then again, what is a moon really? How small does a moon have to be a moon? At what point does a moon stop being a moon? Either way, a moon dragon is not something that you want to, lunar dragon is not something that you want to be around. At the very least, though, at least they're not lycanthropes. Because that would be double trouble.
Maybe they are, but because they're always around moons, we don't know.
That's true. Yes. Plenty of werewolves in the Astral Sea.
Space werewolves?
Really?
Yes, yes.
Sounds delightful.
Although
Is that how
strangely...
you tell a moon is a moon? Because you take a werewolf near it and it lycanthrope near it and it turns into
Mulj, you're a scholar. Philosopher.
It's a very good test.
We will need to find a lycanthrope for this.
Yes.
Interesting. Yeah.
Oh,
Strangely,
Mulj, Mulj, what would happen if you became a lycanthrope?
That's
Can you be
very
bit by a
good
werewolf?
question.
I mean, I'm
I
pretty
don't-
sure that they can be bitten, but would it take...
I mean, I can be bitten, but I'm kind of.
Don't you need blood for that?
Do you? I'm made
Like,
of
to
goo,
be
and
a
Mool will just like
Oh, vampirism
lift up
is
their
different.
arm. It's like kind of like goes completely like limp and like just kind of like,
It's a pill for
and
that.
then will absorb back up, like bounce back into the shape of like a hand. I'm kind of.
Are
Well,
you all blood?
I think I'm all brain,
Well,
maybe.
we'll have to do this werewolf experiment another time. Although, strangely, now that we're talking about it and talking about blood, I find it very strange that technically every one of these stars is a sun, and yet there are vampires in space. You think that that would be problematic for them? It's never night. Is it always night? Which is it?
Perhaps there's a
Maybe-
distance thing.
Or they have to be on top of the like touching a ground surface.
So
a
the
planet.
gravity of the situation. But then, I mean, but if gravity is the issue, then would not being on a ship be good enough?
Well, and I believe vampires have issues with running water, but they also have issues with oceans, so would the astral sea present a problem as well?
Well, there's no water in the Astral Sea. Well, except when we're
True, I guess suppose that's fair.
But they have
What is the
problems with
Astral Sea
water.
made of?
Do they know that people are 75% water? Ballpark?
Maybe
Seven-
it's a belief thing. They sabotage themselves because they believe that they.
So you're
can't
saying
cross
that
running water.
vampires are all about
Maybe
confidence.
it's self-actualizing. So they believe that they burn in the sun because the sun is something that's on top, like above a planet.
So they cuck themselves.
Yeah, because they believe it's supposed to burn them. But if they're out in the actual sea, it's not a sun, it's a star. Maybe.
So does that mean if a vampire were here right now, we could just be like, "Hey, that's the sun," and they would turn to this is
Entirely
Oh,
possible.
well. Thankfully, we'll never
So-
have to
so-
find out.
Well, now we need a lycanthrope and a vampire to test this theory.
What
Yeah.
happens if a lycanthrope bites a vampire?
It's
Or vice
It's
versa.
really hot.
A lycanthropy?
They immolate?
Something like that. At least according to literature that I have.
I'm gonna go with the original. That'd be very hot.
Okay, so let's not do it where there's wood.
Sorry, Krista.
Thank you for that.
No, but metal would be fine for that, though.
um,
Anyways,
Onward and outward.
And with that, you will
Yes.
begin sailing through the astral sea, making your way toward this tower. Is anybody doing anything? You've got about 3 days of just chilling, having a good old time.
Francis is going to be investigating the gun and maybe not going to test it out because he doesn't want to scare they don't want to scare the whales. But we'll just be like investigating it, asking the Commodore about it, and discussing with him about GIF stuff and just learning as much as they can.
Just GIF things. Yeah, you can Google GIF and learn everything there. He'll regale you with stories, not about his past with the Astral Elves, because you have not leveled him up to that point. But he will take quite a shining to you.
Good.
Or shine to you. A shining would be with creepy hallways.
With an
and
axe.
Here's Cruxy. Okay. And you are going to make your way out across. Is anybody else doing anything? Wrek, Mulj, anybody doing anything in the
Mul's
in the
just
little
hanging
space?
out and maybe poking at the living tree, the tree ant, just to investigate it.
It looks down at you and kind of appraises you.
Mm.
Oh, make me a charisma roll.
Oh no. Oh no. Just straight charisma? That's a 2. I add nothing to that.
Oh, you get the sense that it wants you to make like a tree and leave.
Technically, it's a 3 because we got a +1 on our
Oh,
next
that's true.
Oh, that's true.
That's
Okay,
true.
it's a 3.
And 3 rhymes with tree, so really
Yes.
the tree should be fine.
That's fair. I need about tree fitty. That's. Do you feel good about yourself today, Christa? You do this, Christa. You do this on the day of your birth.
I feel real
Alright.
good about it. Thank you very much.
All right. Okay. So you'll spend some time with the tree. The tree just kind of like leaves you alone and lets you do your own thing. But it's kind of nice because it's like having a study buddy that you don't have to like talk to. You're just kind of coexisting.
I will try not to accidentally consume any of its bark.
It will try not to absorb you into its roots.
Excellent. We have an understanding.
It's true.
It's
All right.
suspiciously
Let's not eat each
specific,
other.
Absolutely.
A mutual understanding.
Yes.
That was bad.
All right. So, Cheshire, you're going to be finishing up the chair, which is going to be pretty much ready to go. Just needs to be unveiled. And
Ooh.
Tana and Wrek, what are y'all doing?
Well, Tana's probably just going to sort of mark down notes about these beautiful creatures because this is one of the prettiest things that she's seen in a good long time. And that's her whole jam. And sort of try to get to know what they're like and what their habits are like and how they move through the astral sea and stuff like that. So just sort of study them.
Sure. If you talk to either the Commodore or to Mr. Flinch, you'll be able to learn a couple more things about these guys. So, besides...
She totally will, yeah.
Okay. So they look like aquatic whales. They're about 80 feet long on average. While they lack a noticeable mouth, the edge of its body is dotted with small eyes that they actually have a protective mechanism where they can emit bright light to ward off predators. Like a blinding flash of light to anybody who gets too close. They communicate with each other by using basically Morse code from their eyes, like a specific like light frequency that they just emit and flash to each other. And they draw their nourishment. They have no mouths because they actually draw nourishment from the light of suns and stars. That's why they're attracted to light, because they're, I guess they're photovores.
Neat. Well,
Honestly, that's so cool.
Some of the
That's
stuff in Spelljammer is
awesome.
really cool, and this is one of them. They have their own gravity plane and air envelope. Mosses, molds, and other parasitic organisms grow on their surface. which often attract predators to clean them off. They might have scavers feeding on these parasites, which they don't really mind. An extremely old or sick one can be identified by an overgrowth of vines and vegetation, which is not what is here. However, one of the darker things that you'll be told as well is that the bones and cartilage of a dead Kandori do not deteriorate after the parasites have devoured its flesh. So once it skeletonizes naturally, it just remains a whale-shaped frame that many cheap or particularly gothic, if you're asking that, spelljamming connoisseurs turn into spelljamming ships by placing spelljamming helms inside of their skeletons.
Oh, that sounds actually that's super.
That's
pumped.
metal as hell.
That is so
somewhat efficient
metal.
at least.
So long
Yes,
as they're not
I
going
mean,
out there and like
Reduce,
killing them
reuse,
to do that.
recycle.
That's
Yeah.
pretty damn
True.
cool.
Yeah,
Talk
if you
about
find
using the
one,
whole animal.
you might as well use it. Yeah, exactly.
Right. So yeah, that is what you will learn about that. They're lovely creatures, and honestly, watching them gives you a sense of peace after the last couple of chaotic days. Are any of you having
could
any...
definitely use that.
What about you, Rek?
Rek is probably finding a couple branches up in the tree and doing like the Jean-Claude Van Damme splits between them and seeing how far out he can shimmy between the two branches. So he's eventually like dangling on by his tippy toes out towards the end of the branch, and he's occasionally like, "Hey, look what I can do! Look what I can do!" No one's looking. Okay, watch this. And then he'll do like a barrel roll where he spins around and then goes back to his original position. Pretty cool, huh? No one's looking.
Make me an acrobatics check. I want to see how well you did.
Acrobatics.
I believe in you. You can do this. You are the one.
Well, it's not a great roll,
You are the two.
but I adding 7 to it, so it's 14.
14. So as you're doing this spin, you kind of come around. You're like, you kind of like slip for a second and catch yourself from falling, but you're pretty sure that only like the Russian judge would notice, maybe the French judge, but everybody else is good with it. And like you're like, okay, nobody's watching. And then Starbell looks over at you, and you hear this like the cracking of wood, that like the cracking of green wood as the branches go. And the branches will form into a thumbs up for you.
See, you get me. I kind of miss trees. Trees have this this entire like empathy thing going on. Oh, what if you're the last tree I ever see? I love you, bro.
Once again, we'll give you that thumbs up. Does Starbo speak at all? I guess I gotta double check that real quick. I don't think he
I think
can.
either way, they're such a treat.
Largely indifferent to the aims of either Krux or the party, like many of its kind, the tree ant considers humanoids' problems to be fleeting. I agree.
I don't know. I can feel a friendship blossoming.
Yeah, that's fair. Just checking one thing real quick. That wasn't good trick, he'll say in this deep rumbling voice. The first time you've really heard him speak beyond making a moaning noise.
Oh, you can put words together. You are now officially the coolest tree I've ever hung around in. hung around with.
You are the coolest goblin I have ever had climb me.
That's fair.
I think you are cool too.
You'll bond with the tree. All right. There's a bit of time where you can all rest, recuperate, regenerate all of your hit points, and head off further. The 3 days pass with, well, surprising leisure and a sense of anxiety, though. You're on a mission. Yes, Tana.
So I just realized one more thing Tana probably ought to do is start to get the Commodore and Flinch in her book of people that she can send text messages to.
Yes, they will absolutely sign up for your friends and family plan.
Awesome. I mean, it's free, but we collect a bunch of information about their personal lives and like their locations and shopping habits. Then we sell it on to advertise. It's all anonymized, we promise. But there's a total of like 6 people on this book, so it's not really that anonymous.
Yes.
I remember one thing that Mulj will do actually is ask to have a sending to what's their face, their sending pal that we encountered.
Oh, what the big terrible monster?
Jasper. Yeah, the sending pal. Jasper. Just be
Jasper?
like, "Hi, how's it going? We got stuck in space. Now we're being dragged by
Jasper's
space
voice.
whales." That's
I
all.
think Jasper had a surprisingly normal voice, didn't he?
Yeah, wasn't he just vaguely British?
Well, and we get responses in, in text too, I think.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah,
Oh, hi.
he had that kind of like there was a bit more of a comedic voice.
Oh, hi.
Didn't he have
That's
like
it.
7 brains? He could pretty much have any voice he wants.
How's it going?
Mhm.
I'm doing well. Made it back to
oh.
my home plane with extra brains.
Delightful, I think. Mulj
So
wanted me to send
exciting.
you well wishes and let you know that we're safe and having a great time somewhere in space.
Well, that's great. Tell Mulj that, well, I'm thinking about them, which is extra easy with all these brains. Oh boy.
I can imagine. Be well, Jasper.
It'd be hard to be anything else. Also, did you know that I've gained phenomenal cosmic power since gaining these brains? Normally, sending doesn't work across other planes of reality. But I've allowed it. As a tiny demigod. At least that's what I like to think of myself as.
Well, that's quite delightful. We're all very proud of you.
I'm proud of me too.
Actually, legit kind of proud of Jasper for that.
I actually don't remember the rules for sending and regarding multiplanar communication, but I'm
I can
assuming.
look it up, but I feel like it probably doesn't work. But we can
Yeah,
see.
it
I'm
has
gonna
to be
say
on the
that
same plane,
he's
I'm
got
pretty
12
sure.
brains. He'd figure it out.
Beautiful. I love it.
Because,
I'm
great
very
minds think alike.
happy, as is Mulj. Yep.
Oh,
If
it
Mulj
even
ever wants-
specifies you can send a message across any distance and even to other planes of existence.
Oh, there you go.
But if they're in a different plane than you, there's 5% chance that the message doesn't arrive. So literally,
Okay.
like,
Thank you.
roll a d20 and on a 1, it just goes somewhere else, I suppose.
Okay,
There you
then
go.
like
you can
I've
count
been
on
I,
Z
I've
those, though.
and
Still
okay,
have
yes.
phenomenal cosmic powers. It's great.
Well, I played with the rabbit antennas a bit to make them work better. Speaking of rabbit antennas, have you ever eaten a herringon?
Not the way you mean.
And with that,
Nice catching up with you. We'll talk to you soon, I'm sure.
I look forward to
So
it.
proud
If
of
Mulj ever wants to
them.
come and visit, tell them that they can bring their no brains here. Definitely safe.
Mhm.
All right.
I'll pass it on.
That sounds great. And as you fly off into the distance, there will be a little shudder as you start to approach a structure in the distance. The gravity well of this place is going to start to stabilize with you, and it's going to feel like kind of hitting a bit of turbulence for a moment. Mr. Flinch is going to look down from the crow's nest and go, "I've spotted it! Ready the jolly!" And as you look up, you will see a crooked tower perched atop a small asteroid surrounded by a cloud of twinkling cosmic dust. Through his spyglass, Krux examines the rock upon which the tower stands and the decrepit wooden pier that juts off one side of it.
Good call, Mr. Flinch. I don't believe that dock can handle the full weight of the second wind. We'll ready the jolly boats and head over. What say you?
Sounds like a plan to me.
Sounds good to me.
I don't quite remember the response. I think we're supposed to yell "I."
Oh,
Aye.
Aye.
All right. You move steadily forward, and as you do so,
Cheshire, can you aim the Kindori around so that we don't accidentally rip the moorings off of it or smash it to flinders?
Yeah, absolutely. And she's
Keep
gonna
us the-
try to do that thing.
Keep us about 100 feet away.
Okay. You want me to make a roll?
yes, please just make me a animal handling roll to pilot the Kindori.
18 plus 4, 22.
22. Yeah, you easily can stop them about 100 feet away. And as that happens, Flinch and Krux head over and lower a jolly boat into the astral sea next to you. This one has the word Big Bluster painted along the side of it.
All right, well, shall we?
Yeah, we're good here.
All right, Mr. Flinch, you have the deck. Onward to adventure.
And with that, you all will start moving toward the asteroid. How do you guys feel about a break right now? Or do you want to keep going for a little bit?
So
I'd love a break
good time
personally.
for a break, yeah.
Okay, that sounds
Yeah,
good.
I'm okay with it.
So as you board the boat, Krux directs you to grab some of the oars there. There are 6 oars off the side of the vessel, while at the front of it, Commodore Krux puts his foot up on the tip of the boat and goes straight ahead and guides you toward the rock you can see plainly in front of you. And that is where we're going to take our break, because I love this guy and I love the way he's written. Folks, we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, and be sure to hydrate.
To
See you in a second.
hydrate, as one
Hydrate.
Steph has asked,
Mhm.
and that will be
Yes.
fun. We'll
Gotta hydrate lest you dehydrate.
And for the next 5 minutes, goodbye, Drate. We'll be right back. Hello, everybody. We're back. This is the part of the program where we talk to the chat, and because it's Christa's birthday, they will blink out of existence, as they are wont to do. Anyway, hi, folks. So, what fun things do we have to talk about during this chat break? Let's put 5 minutes on the clock, and let's see. Is this? I see there's a question in a private chat. Amy, what are you talking about yarn for?
I'm looking at stuff in a browser and trying to decide if I'm gonna make bad financial decisions.
Ooh, nice.
I mean, do you want to know what a good financial decision for me looked like?
What?
was it buying these bone
Obviously.
conductor
Is
heads?
it a really cool?
Is it
This
Lego?
was 150
Ooh.
bucks worth of Lego.
I was about to ask, is it a really cool Lego set? And then
Yeah,
won?
this is the primary bag of parts to build a ULA Atlas 5 launch vehicle.
I don't know what that is, but it sounds fancy.
It
And I'm excited.
Yeah, it's one of the primary American like rockets. Basically, that's
So does it go to space, or does it go to Lego space, or astral space, or
goes to Lego space?
Lego space? Okay, that sounds good.
The rocket that launched the Curiosity rover, for instance, to Mars.
Okay, gotcha.
Nice.
Thank you for the hydrate, lonely.
So I am thank you so much. I'm very excited to say that Extra Life was a success. We did it. We beat last year's total by like $20. We're gonna keep trying to beat it too. And then we're gonna keep trying to go. We are actually at the last time I checked, we were the 51st ranked team in the world.
Okay, that's
And
which
like,
is pretty incredible. There
Well,
are tons of teams.
Rooster Teeth was like 45. And then, but yeah, we raised a bunch of money.
yeah, it's exciting. I'm really
It's
proud
true.
of us.
It seemed really successful. It was a lot of fun. I was really glad to be able to pop by and support y'all. It's cool.
See, and Traz,
Wow.
what's really weird about this Traz is our wiki lord's telling me that it was different numbers than that I gave him the other day that I'm seeing right now. So I don't know, maybe it is a currency conversion thing where they're like, oh, but the donations were in US dollars. This makes no sense. Your team raised I don't understand anything. I give up.
Mayhem ensues.
I give up. Anyway, hello everyone, and welcome to the part of the program where we talk to you, the chat, and maybe cut this from Cut Extra Life?
From YouTube? You should specify from
You know,
Yes.
how dare you help children?
Uh-oh.
I don't know. But exciting things. So that was good. Also, we're like 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks away from the start of our new campaign here on the channel. Dragonlance, Shadow of the Dragon Queen. It's great. I'm cutting the trailer this week, so it's gonna be great. It's gonna be pretty quick. It's gonna be a nice little short one. I'm not sure what voice I should use. Should I use
Sewing some costumes.
Should I use this kind of voice? Should I use epic voice? Should I use epic voice and a half?
I feel it needs to be 80s epic voice.
Mm-hmm.
In a world without honor.
Yeah,
Five
exactly. Yes.
adventurers. It depends whether you're not
Yes.
going high pitched or you're doing like the in a world type of guy, right?
Ooh,
in a world
There you go.
without buttercream soda. Why would you even drink it? Oh, Tome
Well,
of
you
Beast
can't
3 is
do-
being
that's
delivered.
not in
Hey,
that
that's great.
one.
I can use the in a world without. Yeah, I'll use this high pitched squeaky voice. Thank you, chat. In a world without the color green.
It's just Kermit.
One party will face the Dragon Queen, Takasis, and blah, 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 blah. All right, so
God, yes.
that's going to be a hell of a lot of fun. I'll be doing a cast announcement this week on the Patreon, and early next week on the Discord, so go and join the Discord. Or maybe I'll do it even before that. I don't know. Still working on that. Got the ad done. It looks pretty. Mike's working on the graphics for it. They're going to be pretty. And it's going to be freaking great because I love Dragonlance because it's got dragons and Lance Bass. At least that's what I remember from my childhood. Dragons flying through the air. Bye, bye, bye. I don't want to make it rough.
Goodness.
Got eaten by a dragon. Now I've had enough. Anyway, it's going to be a lot of fun. Other things that we are doing coming up. We have another game that is going to be starting in January, February, somewhere in there. Little homebrew that's going to take over on Sunday afternoons around the time that Spelljammer wraps. I think we're probably going to be done in January, February. Because we've got 9 more episodes, I think, maybe 10 more episodes with the how-tos. So, quite a bit. And what else? And there's going to be a bunch of one-shots that are being ran. Also, if you folks haven't gone over to YouTube, and you're on YouTube right now, go watch They Came From Beyond the Grave. on our channel. It's a lot of fun. And I'm noticing that like so few people have watched that compared to other stuff because they're like, oh, it's just kind of, it's weird. Yeah, that's the point. It's a lot of fun. It's a B movie, and it's I want to run more of those. I actually oh, Kat, I bought that book for you, by the way. So that's on its way.
Oh, Apollo 47?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
So that's on its way.
Send you money for that.
Venmo me, but in Canadian.
Yes.
Whatever that is. And that means that I have my copy of It Came from Camp Murder, or They Came from Camp Murder Lake coming. So 80s slasher movies. And as Michael announced during Extra Life, we also have 3 other games that are going to be coming like mini-series style to the channel over the next couple months. One is Blade Runner, one is Alien, and one is the Terminator franchise. So those are going to be coming soon. It's going to be a lot of fun. Besides that, a bunch of us Dork Tales people are buggering off this week and going to spend like 3 days kind of just chilling in a place that doesn't have a webcam. And it's going to be my favorite part of the year because I'm so tired. I got 3 hours of sleep last night and wrote so much. I don't know if it's in English, but I wrote a lot. I am so close to finishing this damn book that I've been saying I'm going to be finishing for a month, and I'm almost there. I'm halfway there. I'm living on a prayer. And yeah, what's up?
Can I push Strixhaven?
You can push it just right out the window. Push it like it's a Stark kid.
No.
Who here has a better story than Strixhaven?
I mean,
that's a deep
it is
cut,
a CW show and it's great, but
I don't want to wait.
Yeah, for those of you that aren't on our Patreon, why? I mean, obviously there's real world reasons why, but why? And if you haven't been watching Strixhaven, we are re-airing it on occasional Mondays at the moment. So
it's basically off the Mondays from Strixhaven. So Strixhaven films tomorrow, and then episode 1 goes live a week from tomorrow. Everywhere else.
I'm so excited for it. It's chaos. Everyone can really agree. I think anyone that's watched it can agree it's absolute mayhem. So
it's a lot of fun. And folks, like seriously, if you have a couple bucks, this is a full-time gig. The Patreon is a way that basically like supports this being a job that's like a 60-hour-a-week job on top of my other side hustle. So it's very, very helpful. And also, we used to say that for the price of a cup of coffee, but then I bought a cup of coffee the other day and realized that it was like $8. So it's for like half the price of a cup of coffee. You can back one of the most charming streams on the internet. Where you get a bunch of free content. So. Also, I'm thinking the next month is going to be Elo-sember on the Patreon because I don't have anything else to do, right? You do pay $66.66, and I love you for it, Soul, and you know it. You know, baby.
All the 6s.
All the 6s? None of the 9s.
Oh.
We just pay $9.9. $9.9. I should have a $9.9 tier. I just have extra tiers. Nobody's ever backed the wizard tier. And I love the wizard tier on Patreon. And I'm ashamed of all of you for not backing the wizard tier because I swear in it that if you back the wizard level tier, which is like way too much money, I think, but you can use me as a reference on your resume. And I will not lie about your qualifications, but will have a phone interview with any employer and argue that you are an actual fucking wizard.
I do have an interview coming up this week, so maybe I'll back that tier.
Back it.
Just
Do it. Back it. I mean, I'll do that for you regardless. You do enough stuff for me. But
he's a witch. Has powers over men and dogs.
I need powers over rabbits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you tell them I have powers over children, that might be
Impossible.
helpful because it's for in school.
You know what? Honestly, if you use me as a reference, I'll be like, Krista is very good at managing me, and I'm like a 200-pound child. So, you know,
Perfect.
there we go. It's a really funny perk, and I'm sad no one has ever taken me up on it. I'm sad about that because I thought it was the funniest frickin' thing. And I've had people comment on how funny it is, but nobody, it's like, put your funny where my mouth is, or put, I don't know.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yeah, international reference. Exactly. You're not.
Yeah.
Also,
that sounds
JV, that was very, very sweet what you said, and I really appreciate that, and it made me very happy. So thank you.
Aw.
They made a comment earlier that was just wishing me happy birthday. It was very sweet.
Yeah,
So
it was
thank
really
you.
sweet.
That's adorable. What are I don't know. Tell me what, like, you're paying me money, dude. I'll tell you what school you are. I'll be like, chronourgy. I don't know. Some weird homebrew bullshit they came up with, but they're a wizard. All right, so folks, about time to head back into game. But before we do, happy birthday, Krista.
Thank you.
Happy
Krista,
birthday.
it's your birthday. Happy birthday, Krista.
I honestly ran out of time, but I was gonna try to find like a little birthday hat and like put it on Francis.
God.
I'll see if I can find one later, and I'll take pictures.
Please do,
Anyway,
please do.
If it wasn't Pixar, we could sing the happy birthday song from Emperor's New Groove. But
God,
Cusco! Just go, Krista! Pull out your best Tom Jones, Mike. I know you can do it.
Oh,
refuse.
They turned off their camera so they could put on a shirt.
Yes,
Right,
I'm
it's
putting
okay.
on a helmet.
Yes, please.
I mean that's a valid reason to turn off.
Darth helmet. Darth helmet. All right. Boop a doop a doop. I got to get my voice on for this character. So, oh my god, you guys. Okay, cool. I'm almost there.
wait, by this voice, I feel like we're gonna be best friends.
I need to work on my voice for my day-to-day life.
I've had to call you at work so many times this week. I think you got your customer service voice down because you do that thing that all of my trans friends do, where you call and it's like, "Oh hi, how's it going?" "Oh, it's you." It's so good. It's
everyone
so
at
good.
work always knows when a staff member is calling because the voice just drops.
Shit, what you calling for?
Customer
what you
service voice?
want.
I don't even know them.
Right.
It's another person entirely.
Okay, last story before we head back in. So I've been told that I have a really good phone voice. I used to do work for hotels. Like I used to do like front desk work, supervisory, stuff like that. I worked for a hotel where, you had a memorized intro. You're like,
Yep.
"Thank you for calling the Hotel Blank. Thank you, the award-winning Hotel Blank. This is Kelly. How can I direct your call?" Like that type of thing. And I've had people that started going beep, beep, beep to bypass my menu while I'm talking, and I'm like, "Hello, beep, skip menu. Damn it! I'm a person, not a machine.
I am not a machine.
I'm not a machine."
Even if sometimes
Maybe
I was
you
gonna
are.
say, or are you?
All right.
Okay,
Return
that's
of the
it.
Hippo.
That's it. You want the machine? You want the machine?
Yes, there we go. There we go.
See, my voice just goes up about 3 octaves whenever when I answer the phone. I'm like, "Hi, thank you for calling blank. This is Krista speaking. How may I help you?"
Yep.
Yeah. And then as soon as it's like, "Oh, hey, how's it going?"
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
I always go, Blank, Cat speaking. How can I help you today?
Exactly.
Mhm.
When I worked at oh God.
Sarah
What is
Connor.
happening? Oh, okay.
You know what the sad thing was? Like, I was looking for things because we're running a Terminator game, and I just wanted one. Stop it.
my
Only when
God.
you open your mouth? Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's triggered to that when you open your mouth. So here we
God.
go. I will find my face. Where
Yeah,
is
that's
it's
right. I
the one?
Uno reverse
Where is it?
carded you,
One demon
Traz.
eye. There's one red eye one. Oh, here it is. This one's okay. I might use this. It's a little too bright, but I found the perfect one. But it's got
good.
like a freaking thing over it, like a little like. Oh, here it is.
Mm.
No, that's got a Terminator face. Damn it.
Okay, that's like a Borg.
It's quite dramatic.
Mhm.
Anyway, there was. Oh, this is. Nope, that's not it. Anyway, we have fun here.
A little face scan happening. Wow.
Hello. I am
Welcome
an
to playing an
ASMR.
ASMR. Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Oh my God.
Okay, it just looks like
Viceland?
you're foggy.
Is that you?
Yeah, your glasses are.
What's up, Faye?
Oh my God.
Yes, I'm just anime nerd guy going, actually,
Actually.
you've activated my
Yeah.
trap card.
Traz, you
Oh
need
my
to
God.
dodge those things for
Done.
Strixhaven.
Honestly, these filters are pretty easy. Like check this, like pretty. There we go.
Oh, wow.
Some of them are pretty subtle.
Subtle.
But it's just using snap
Mhm.
camera as your filter. So boop. Nope, I don't
Also,
want
I apologize
that.
if I got
want-
real close to my camera with this.
Whoa.
Get too close with your
All right.
bowhead.
Yeah, people are saying that I could be cable. I
Looks
wish
like
I could
you're
be
very
cable.
intense.
Get super swole, have no feet, be a
I
Rob
need to
Liefeld
get-
drawing.
I need to get strong.
You want to get strong? We can get strong. I need to get strong again. I was
Strong.
looking at some of my old. I had like a bunch of Schwarzenegger stuff come up in my like reels. I was like, I remember when I used to be able to like bench 300. That was nice.
There's a
Ugh,
cosplay I want to do, but
can
I
bench
do not
300
have
once.
the I don't have the muscles for it.
I know. Look
so
at these
much.
wimply little arms.
All right, do
I'm
push-ups.
hiding mine under puffy sleeves.
Yeah, yeah. You gotta get big.
Yeah.
Do push-ups now.
I know.
Well,
There you
cat
go. We
is
gotta
away.
get big, and then I can finally do Red Sonja and make my chainmail bikini.
Oh my
Mm.
God, do it. Do it.
Do it,
Do
do
it. Oh my
Do
God,
it.
it would be
The stream.
amazing.
I will run. You know what? Let's all get real swole, and we'll all wear chainmail bikinis.
Yes.
Or I'll just wear copious amounts of like claw necklaces, and I will run a game of
Yes.
Conan topless for everybody. We'll just be like, yeah,
Oh my God!
and I'll do
Yeah.
his voice the entire time.
Okay, there you go. That, you know what? We should do a
500
like,
patrons.
cocktail-
500 patrons.
I was gonna
We
say
need to
we
do
might need some
work-
additional income too for the chainmail
Yeah, there you
bikinis,
go.
but I'm here
Yes.
for
Oh
it.
my God.
500 patrons, and I will run a
need
Conan
to get
game
a
as
little
Conan.
bit more comfortable
Yes.
with my body before I do chainmail
Yeah.
bikinis.
At the rate I'm gaining
Yeah.
patrons, Kat, you've got about 50 years.
You-
You'll be able to
Maybe
be
my
transplanted
HRT
into
will
a
kick
new
in
body by the
then.
time.
Maybe I'll actually have energy and like time to commit.
we
All
should do
right.
a Dork Tales like New Year's resolution and just all like set a date for the game. It would be
Well,
like
I was
this
about,
is when we'll do it.
Well, I was so I was so toned right at the beginning of the
Yes.
pandemic.
Mm.
God, I had the Witcher butt. I was doing Henry Cavill's butt workout, and it was working. And then
Well,
I
get on it.
Yeah, I got to start
Yeah.
going back to the gym. It's time. It's time. We're not wearing masks as much in public anymore. So
Mhm.
yeah.
Anywho.
All right, I'll get sexy for you again, Patreon and Twitch.
Yeah, we'll set all of ourselves a challenge. We have a nice little workout area in our Discord. We should utilize it.
We do. I built that for my Geralt training.
Yeah, let's
now I'm
let's
just
do
so-
it, and then
I'm just so salty. Also, the petition to get Henry Cavill reinstated and the writers kicked off has
Yeah.
broke 300,000
Oh, no.
votes, I'm pretty sure,
good
on
lord.
change.org.
I feel bad for Liam Hemsworth. Like the poor kid. Like
Honestly,
everyone's shitting on him.
Okay, we need to head back into game in a sec, but I want to say two things about this. Number one, why would you hire someone 10 years younger than him to play him when he already looked a little young at 40
Yeah.
or 39? And number two, Mads Mikkelsen isn't doing anything right now. Just hire him and give him a beard, man. He's already a professional dancer. He's got a great butt. Picture him with a beard. He is the Witcher. And he already has the kind
Yeah.
of strange voice that will make him sound like
does.
Geralt. Right?
I can't understand a word he says personally.
Mads Mikkelsen?
Yeah.
But you still love
That's
him,
why I
don't
couldn't
you?
watch Hannibal. Well, I think he's a
You
cool
should watch
dude, but, like,
Polar.
I feel like I've watched some of that.
It's pretty good. It's a
don't
movie
know.
on Netflix. He has a beard. He looks like Geralt.
Yeah. Oh, he does look like Geralt. Yeah.
He does.
He
Oh, you
seems
know
like
what?
a very cool dude.
If we get to 110 patrons, we get back up there this month, I'll run a game of The Witcher as well over Christmas. I'll run
There
it.
you go.
It'll be Witchermas.
Which
And you
We
can
have
choose
to
if
do-
I
well,
run
we
it
have
as
to do-
Geralt or not.
I was gonna say we have to do it as Witcher, but fighting Krampus, obviously.
Well, and here's the fun thing.
Ooh.
Here's the reason that I think that the books. Sorry, we're gonna get back in game in 30 seconds. The real 30 seconds. The show is not about the books. Like, they take some of the ideas and spin them. The books, at least the first one, is literally just fairy tales that have been reworked, and they're so good because of that. And when they didn't translate them to screen quite as well. I guess we could have a vote if I should run it as Geralt or as Dandelion / Yaskir.
Yes.
Give me the hat, Krista. Make me the hat.
Send me which hat you want.
All of them. And whether or not you want me to sing, because people have been very harsh on my singing, and I can tell you I can do Butcher Burn. Do it. All right.
Who's been harsh on your singing? I love your
Just some
singing.
people in the chat, and Mike. Mike's always harsh on my singing. Because he has big ears, though. I don't blame him. Look at those things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's everything.
Hey,
It's true. I can. You know what? I'm not a great singer,
just
but I
because
can
I'm
do.
hiding the buttons right now doesn't mean I have a regular amount of ears as
That's fair.
is.
I can do patter songs like crazy, though,
Ooh.
and
Yes.
character songs. You can give me anything Robin Williams has ever sang. I can do it almost as good. But with that, I think it is a time to head back into game here on Dork Tales. Actually, spin your pen, Kelly. All right, y'all ready for this?
Yeah.
That was
let's do
only
it.
15, 25 minutes, 100 minutes. 200 patrons for Dork Tales the musical. I could write Dork Tales the musical. I was already working on a musical. I've done musical episodes before. They're great.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
In fact, 4 of you have been in at least one of them. And if Jen were here, then she's been in 2. Okay. Whew. Okay. Let's head back into game. Ready? Hello and welcome back to Spelljammer, Light of Xaryxis, here on Dork Tales. As you head across the way, you make your passage there toward the front of that tower. That strange, strained dock that dwells just beyond the 100 feet between you and the second wind. As Krux stands on the front and proudly points to the dock in front of him, as if the destination weren't as pointlessly obvious as a rock with a tower on it floating in the void, is who is rowing? There are 6 rowboats. Or rowboats. There are 6 oars. Cool. As long as at least 2 of you are rowing, you will slowly make it there.
Too fancy to row.
As you make your way
Fancy
there,
row.
scores of pelicans, mollymocks, and smaller birds nesting on the asteroid squawk as you approach the rickety dock. At the end of the dock, 2 gray shark-like creatures fight over the remains of a pelican. A woman with frayed robes and bare feet sits in a rocking chair on the base of the tower, watching the fracas. Her face half hidden by a wide-brimmed hat that has a blue jay perched on it. The woman leaps to her feet, brandishes her staff, and snarls, "Go on, get!" A fiery ray springs from her fingertips, frightening away the shark-like creatures. And with that, she looks up at you. "Well, hi there," she says with a smile.
Hi.
"What are you all doing here? This is my... Cruxy!"
Tuvola, it's been some time.
And with that, you will approach this woman. She is a blonde woman of indeterminate age, wearing no shoes and a zip-up brown dress. Not brown dress, blue dress. Kelly, learn your colors. This is why I have trouble with Mike. That's why Mike has trouble with me, I should say. And she is going to wait till the boat sails into dock, and she is going to, as it is in its last 2 or 3 feet, is going to hop across onto the boat and give the old hippo a giant squeeze that somehow seems to wind his girth.
It's good to see you as well.
What are you doing all the way out here?
Well, I need your help. There's
Well, nope. Sorry, gotta have some hospitality. You folks need to come take a look around. Welcome. I'm Topola. It is a pleasure to see you, to meet you, and to know you. Nice to meet you.
No, it's wonderful to meet you.
I love your
Handshake.
ears. And that
Thanks,
skirt
I
is a
made
marvel.
them myself.
You made the ears yourself or the skirt yourself? Because both are lovely.
Oh, I did make the skirt, but I suppose I made the ears.
Oh. And speaking of lovely made things, oh, how are you, miss? Nice to meet you, Topola. Thrusts a hand out towards Cheshire.
Great to meet you. I'm Cheshire.
You most
She shakes
certainly
her
are. All of you are just so lovely. Oh, and strong, too. And she'll thrust her hand out to Wrek. Look at those bunions.
Those are bunions. Those are my feet.
Honey, I know what a bunion is, and those feet have seen some trouble. Nice to meet you. Oh, you're pretty strong yourself, I imagine. Are you two related?
Oh, I mean, not as best I know. I just discovered I am. Yes. No, I suppose not. I'm Francis.
You most certainly are. And I'm sorry, you in the back. I didn't see you there. I'm a little colorblind.
What does that have to do with anything?
Nice to meet you.
I think
Nice to
blended
meet
into the
you.
background.
Oh.
It's because you're
I'm
blue.
somewhat translucent.
I could tell. Well, really happy to have you here. No, please come inside. I've got lemonade. I've got sweet tea. What else do I have? But please come on inside. I'll give you a tour. This is a brand new place. I just finished building it. And this is obviously probably not true, because if it was being built anytime before 100 years ago, it would definitely look better than it does. I'd like everybody to take a look at Roll20 right now, and I'm going to move you over to... There you go. There is the
Oh my
house.
god.
The house,
Ah,
the tower, is a 3-floor structure with the rough shape of a lightning bolt, zigzagging back and forth. The fact that it is able to remain upright must be some feat of graviturgical magic. As she takes you over to the front, you notice that there is no main entrance. In fact, as she walks forward, she will step forward up to one of the walls and will knock on it twice. Open up, Sugar Plum! And a door will just open like a blinking eyeball almost, just like in the front. Well, come on inside, come on inside.
I am loving this place already.
You haven't even seen the garden yet.
Oh my goodness.
She takes a step inside, and the entire place is built out of these, well, it's full of these continual flame spells that bathe the interior in bright light. It's very easy to see throughout, but the place is incredibly cluttered. As she takes you in through the first door, you'll see that the first floor has 4 ring-shaped garden terraces that line the walls of this cylindrical chamber. The gardens are vertically spaced about every 10 feet and are brimming with luscious fruits, vegetables, golden wheat. 4 mechanical gnomes wearing harnesses tend to the plants. The harnesses are attached to the ropes that loop around pulleys affixed to the ceiling above, enabling the gnomes to hoist themselves into the air and move from one plot to the other. Most of my sustenance comes from these gardens. I get regular deliveries of fresh soil from doer merchants, and they get homegrown food and bird eggs from outside. in return, the 4 auto gnomes are just working. Good job, Orwick, and Orwick. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Friends, this is Orwick 1, Orwick 3, Orwick 6, and Orwick 8.
Pleased to meet you. Pleased to meet you. Pleased to meet you. Pleased to meet you.
Pleasure.
A delightful
Hello?
set of missing numbers in there.
Oh, well, the rest are working elsewhere.
Right.
Would anybody care for any grapes?
Yes.
That would be fantastic. Thank you.
Yes.
Let's see. I've got winter grapes, and I've also got. Let's see. I've got white, and I've got black, and I've actually got some red grapes too.
One of each?
Of course.
Red
One
would
grape
be
or one.
perfect.
Yeah, hold on, and she'll reach into her coat and pull out a pair of shears and clip you off several handfuls of grapes. Oh, and this, it's a papaya. Make you strong, full of papain.
I'll pop that in my mouth.
Oh, you should Oh, hey, now that cracked open real good. Oh, actually, with a mouth that size.
Yes, I would also like a papaya. I would like to be strong.
Krux says. Oh, of course. Well, here. Well, the rest of you can share this, and she'll reach down and pull out a watermelon, and then we'll hand you each like a basketball-sized watermelon.
Yes. There's a video of this somewhere.
Yes, there is. Go watch videos of people eating watermelons. It's the best. But it's gonna pop like a grape in anyone else's mouth. Just. And that is
amazing.
Brilliant. All right, so we should probably keep going up. Are you ready? And she's going to reach up, and above her, there are openings in the floors and ceilings that appear to connect to other levels. There is a rope and pulley mechanism that kind of descends through the center hole, almost like a fireman's pole. And she grabs it and says, "Just follow my lead, up," and it starts going and like pulling her up at her command. Anybody who's standing directly underneath is going to get quite a view, by the way. You know what? I'm gonna say
looks down.
she's not wearing socks, shoes, or she's wearing the dress. I'll just put it that way.
Remember that conversation we were having earlier? I think I just saw a full moon.
Well, you coming up or not?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And up Cheshire goes.
Okay.
Yep.
It's just you grab it and it pulls you up as you. It's not like climbing a rope. Like this almost adheres to you enough that you have to put very little effort in besides holding on to it.
Well, that feels
Cool.
funky.
Mm.
All right. As you head to the second floor, you'll see that this floor houses a modest kitchen where 2 mechanical gnomes are preparing dinner. Furnishings include an unmade bed, a wardrobe topped with birds' nests, and a bookcase packed with astrological texts and more birds' nests. Now, here are my living quarters, where I read my books, where I take my meals. My auto gnomes are of no shortage of recipes. Today's repast is, let's see, deep fried night scaver steak with a lunar bechamel, if I'm not mistaken.
Sounds delicious.
I don't want to interrupt him. That's Orwick 2 and Orwick 4. They continue working on the meal, completely paying no attention to this. For those of you who are looking around, anybody with a passive perception of, I'll say, like 13 or higher, so that's, I don't know what, actually Mike's would be higher. So pretty much, Francis, you're just kind of taking this in, and so is Krux. The rest of you are going to see that the wardrobe nearby contains all sorts of wizardly garments on it, and kind of sticking out of it, including a what appears to be a robe of useful items with tons of things spilling out of the pockets, hanging on the wall nearby.
Very cool.
There's also a spell book on the shelf that is splattered with dried bird droppings. And well, you know, you live with birds, you're gonna get a little bit of luck on you. Up! And she's gonna grab the rope again and head up to the 3rd floor.
Follow along.
Astral tech.
Up we'll go, I guess.
Up?
We need to have a...
Not until after the tour! 2 mechanical gnomes are using rags to polish a 10-foot-long copper telescope in the center of this chamber up on the 3rd floor. Dozens of star maps lie across tables that are also littered with sketches of planets and otherworldly landscapes. And here is my observatory, remarks Tupola proudly. I acquired my autonomes from the same fellow who sold me this telescope, which allows me to spy on all the worlds in the system and gaze at stars and other systems as well. Tupola walks across the room and touches a wall where a tall opening appears in front of the telescope. And it's that point that you realize that you haven't seen a single window since you entered this building. But now one just opens at her touch, a long slit enough to look out through into the universe. And she turns back toward you all and says, "Oh, would you care to have a look?"
Absolutely.
Yes.
Both of them rush forward.
Yeah, literally.
Full body check, cat.
Full
out
body
of the
check?
way.
All right, I think I need a dex check.
Hi.
Dex check. Dex check.
We'll just like,
As you rush
22.
forward,
Diving back
What'd you
with the reckon.
22.
22.
Yeah, you beat me.
Okay. As you rush forward, the 2 autonomes that are up here, which are Orwick 5 and Orwick 7 by inference, keep a close eye on you and kind of like get a little uppity when you start running. They're just like, just in case. Like, they seem like they're on guard duty. But you're going to be able to push past them and head up to the lens. As you look through it, you are going to see, well, home. At least the home that you have called such for the past few years, Tana. Looking through, you see Elos. They're surrounded by the belt of the old world. Its surface wrapped in engorged crystalline vines.
Tana's going to sort of compose herself a little bit and then somewhat quickly and politely move out of Cheshire's way. Say, you should take a look at this too.
Was that one yours?
Yeah, that's ours.
Yeah,
Well, what is it?
I'll explain to
You
the other
see.
3 what we're looking at. It's pointed at home.
I noticed that a couple days ago. It's not doing too well. Suppose the well, I suppose they were got to. I'm sorry for
Yeah,
your trouble.
we're trying to stop it.
Wow. Is that what brings you to my tower?
Yes, I was hoping that, Krux will begin. Tupola, I need a map. We need a map to Wild Space, and beyond. We need a map of Doom Space.
Well, unfortunately, she gestures over, and you can see that there are a good 40 maps laying around. You're trying to get to Doom Space and probably Xaryxis space, right? Well, I ain't got a map of either of those, but I do have this. She'll wander over to a shelf and pluck a ball off of it. Tana, you will know what this is immediately. Anybody else can make me an Arcana roll.
17.
17? Cool.
I don't think my 10 gets it.
Anybody else rolling?
I got a 15.
Okay, so you actually will have heard of these before as well. So, and of course, you will as well, Kat. So it is. I don't actually have a photo of it, so I'm gonna assume it's a ball. Actually, I'm gonna double check something real quick. Just gonna see what they look like for description. Yeah, they are kind of. So I'm gonna use this one because I like it. So she pulls out this. What it kind of looks like is like a decagonal, a 10-sided bowl carved out of this ornate wood. Up from it rises a series of brass gears and swirls, and in the center of it is a model of a solar system glowing with mystical light. It is an orrery. It's a wild space orrery. It automatically tracks the positions and movements of all suns, moons, comets, and planets inside of a system, and projects it, well, in the space above where it is. These brass cogs and things are just for show for the most part, but see right here, it even will say your position in it, which we're right here.
That sounds
really
terribly
cool.
useful.
Yeah, it really is. It's a cool little gizmo, but to be honest, I kind of find him a little boring. I like doing the work
Prefer
with
to be
myself.
surprised.
Well, I mean, yes, who doesn't? What lady doesn't like to be surprised? But I just, well, if I wanted to use an orrery, it takes the fun out of it. I mean, I own a sextant and a compass for a reason. I like to carry the ones. Anyway, this will probably be useful to you. I'll trade it to you.
This
I'm
all
not sure
reminds me
much to
of
offer.
of how I do my magic, so that's really cool.
Oh, that's really cool.
And Cheshire's gonna pull out her little crystal sphere that she
Oh.
pulls her spells from, and she's gonna hold it in front of her, and it's going to project her, like constellations, basically.
Oh, that's real cute.
She's like, yeah, so I can just project constellations, and I pull spells out of space that way. So it's really cool.
Oh,
And she's gonna bring it back in and put it away.
that seems like similar technology, really. Like it was kind of like the magic's pretty similar to. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's really neat. I've never really seen anything else like it before, so.
Well, you're still plenty unique to me. Yeah, I'd be willing to help you all out. You were saying, Miss Tana, that you didn't know what you could offer, but you are a full party of adventurers. And I'm a wizard, but wizards don't do too well on their own. There's
Yeah.
a void scaver that started prowling around my tower recently. I call her Big Mama because she's enormous. I'm surprised you can come across her, but then she can be kind of hard to see, except for this big old red eye in the middle of her forehead. I'll give you this orrery if you go slay Big Mama for me.
That sounds easy enough to do.
Um,
I'm
that's-
down.
that sounds like fun.
I like to punch things.
Mhm.
I'm good at it.
And she'll hand it over to you.
Uh,
I trust you.
I
to
know very little about these kind of creatures.
Well, they ain't pretty. But if you're traveling
Cheshire will
with,
probably reach out and grab the orrery.
well, you're welcome to it. I trust you. If you're with Krux, I know that he's a man of his word, and that if you're traveling with him, well, you're probably people of your word too.
We are.
So, scavers are kind of like sharks. You saw a couple of the small ones when you came up. I kicked them off some of the birds' nests. But
Oh, those things. Those were cute.
Yeah.
They were cute.
yeah, well, the void ones are about 20 feet long. And they're pretty tough. They'll try to swallow you. They got magic eyes that shoot beams and stuff. But nothing you probably haven't dealt with before.
It sounds
Um,
exciting.
Here's hoping. And as for that, the gizmo shows you where you are in relation to the planets, the moons, the sun, and any wild space system. But you got to be in wild space to use it, really. To get to another system, first you got to go to the Astral Sea, which will take you wherever you want to go. And once you reach your destination, you use the aura to get your bearings inside of it. So it's like a local GPS. You need to be connected to your network to do it. And when you're between networks, it ain't going to do you no good.
Right. A gnome positioning service will work for us, right?
No, well, gnome positioning services are very useful. And that's actually what this is ran through.
Sounds good to me then.
Make sure you don't accidentally to get on any of the GIF positioning services, though, because those will usually take you to like Red Dragon layers, and you don't want that. The GIF can be tough
fair.
customers. I'm saying GIF. I'm trying to enunciate for y'all, but whoever came up with their name second. I kind of see the GIF thing. This is why I think that your people should be called GIFs, personally.
Well, why wouldn't the others be called Jith?
Yeah.
Well, because nobody tries to make them say it that way.
Why?
Why?
Well, maybe they
Seems
came
very-
first.
They most certainly did not. Those
They probably just have better PR.
Yeah.
Personal retainers are pretty useful.
Mm-hmm. Especially when they can go out across the plains and make sure everyone knows how to pronounce your species.
Well, they usually have red dragons to help them do it, too. And who's going to argue with a red dragon? They're very litigious.
Yeah, that's very
fair.
fair.
My mentor, when I was learning how to be a mage, once received a cease and desist from a red dragon that she avoided.
Oh my.
Ooh. Let's just say it didn't end well when she was finally served.
Up on a
that
platter?
makes sense.
For the red dragon, yes. Yes, my friend.
Yeah. That story checks.
Well,
So
you're
where do we
welcome.
find this scaver?
Well, she's been hanging around the side of the ship. Probably the side of my tower. I just keep an eye out for her. She's probably going to be around.
So if we just wander around and yell, "Here, scaver, scaver, scaver," that'll probably draw its attention eventually.
Well, maybe, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I trust you to come back and do it too if you're in a real rush, but I don't know. Maybe
Do it now.
honestly, I'd hop back on your ship and cruise around that way. Probably easier to harpoon her or something.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, although we
Well,
are
and if
currently...
you're in danger, I think we should resolve this circumstance.
I mean, I
sooner rather
appreciate
than
it.
The only thing with the ship is we are currently Kadori powered because we don't have our spell jamming helm.
Oh yeah, we got attacked. It was a whole
What'd you-
thing.
You lost your helm.
We
Well, we
It broke.
yeah.
aesthetic.
You got jellyfished.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose better
Yeah.
than catfished, but still. Well, we can go take a look at it and see. I might have something that can jumpstart it inside of my lab. You want me to go check around?
Be wonderful.
And yeah, that would be
Might as well.
fantastic.
Yeah, I mean it's got to be in here somewhere. Let's see. Well, I'll poke around. How'd you get here then?
Whales?
Oh, I thought those were pets. Guess sort of.
No.
They're quite friendly, I think.
Well, I mean, they generally are. If it takes me more than a couple of hours to figure out, sorry, I need my afternoon nap. If it takes me more than a couple of hours to figure out how to get your ship up and running, you're welcome to stay here. There's plenty of room outside if you wanted to camp in a tent, and there's room that could be made inside to make you comfortable. I also could just cast Liamon's tiny hut or something like that. If y'all don't have that ability to begin with, I wouldn't mind spending that type of spell slot on you, for hospitality's sake.
That would be nice, actually.
Yeah,
Although, I
no.
mean, didn't here would be fine too, I think.
I mean, I'm pretty
mean-
low maintenance.
I'm not opposed to Spartan conditions, but I wouldn't say no to something a little fancier.
Well, I mean, you're more than welcome to stay inside with me.
Well, is there anyone? We're in the telescope room. Does anyone sleep up here?
I mean, me when I'm working.
Yeah, because that's what I was thinking too, honestly.
Okay. Well, you're more than welcome to. Or, let me just check something. And she's going to go over to her spell book. And I'm going to spend a something good happens for you.
Woo.
Let's see. If you need to stay a couple of days, or at least overnight, let's see. Do I have it here? Let's see. It's not a 5th level spell. Is it a 4th level spell? Oh, there it is. Let's see, and it's a quick cast. So I could cast Mordenkainen's Private Sanctum for you.
I think there's no need to go out of your way if you're all right with us just taking a quick rest
Oh
here.
no, wait, that one's just a barrier on the wall. Well, poop. 1 second. She'll look through her spells again. How about, is it a 3rd level spell I'm thinking of? I got a bunch of. Oh, that's Liam's tiny hut. Come on, Topola, you gotta get your things together.
Miss Topola, it really is okay. We're happy to just take a rest here.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine.
I'm sure.
Well, no,
Wrek in
now I'm
particular
frustrated because I
read
can't
something.
remember where I learned this. Is it in this book? Hold on. I love
Francis
when a
is gonna
character
pull
just
out-
becomes me, and I'm just like, where the
You're right. It's like I know it's somewhere.
I know it's. I just can't remember what spell it is. What spell level? It's gonna be like an 8th level spell or some crap like that. Watch this. 7th level. Yeah.
Which one are you thinking of?
I'm thinking of Mordenkainen's Magnificent Mansion.
Oh.
So I'm thinking of
yeah.
like the middle spell because like Liam's Tiny Hut sucks. Like in terms of comfort. Magnificent Mansion is amazing. There's gotta be like you know what? I'm gonna create, so let's see. Okay, I need an A.
Galder's Tower.
Someone Galder's Tower? Is that a thing?
Galder's Tower. I don't know.
I was gonna say that she's
Z said it, and Z knows
Galder's
everything.
Speedy
So.
Courier. I see that.
And then Mordenkainen's Magnificent Mansion is a level
Galder's
7.
Tower. Oh, there it is, right there. It's a 10-minute cast. It's a 3rd level spell. 2-story tower made of stone. Tower can be round. Bedroom. Okay, yeah, cool. That's actually pretty good. And and for every spell slot above 4th, it gets an additional story. Cool.
That's
Thank you very
awesome.
much. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
Z. Great job.
Okay, well, I got 2 options here. I've got Galder's Tower. I could summon a secondary tower for y'all if you need some privacy. But I also have this temporary one called Alstire's Awesome Airbnb.
I mean, that sounds
Oh my
perfectly
God.
fine. What's
Sure,
the Airbnb do?
Let's do that.
Well, it's much cushier, but it needs 100 gold cleaning deposit when you're done.
Oh, well, that's fine. I'd
Wait, what does the
happily pay
B&B
that.
stand for?
Bed and breakfast. It comes with food.
Yeah, but Anne starts with
Yeah.
an A.
Well, I think they use the Dwarven script.
That
Oh.
makes
King
sense.
and B.
No.
I got it. Right.
Might just be my accent. Could be for Buckaroo Banzai, for all I know. Yeehaw.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds good to me.
Yeah, I can absolutely do that. I'm making this spell for Elos, by the way. There is now a
Oh,
wizard called
100%.
Austere.
Good gracious.
Apparently,
You need a
Dwarven?
competing one called that's Verbo.
Vervo. Is that what a thing? Is that a thing?
Verbo, VRBO. Yeah, it's like an alternate to Airbnb. Yeah. There you go. You can have
All right.
competing wizards.
Oh, that absolutely happens in.
Yes.
Absolutely happens. Austria's awesome bed and breakfast. All right, yeah, that'll work. I could also change it to Bodhi's Bodacious Bed and Breakfast if he franchised got some of the power.
B. Q.
Beep, 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 beep,
Or-
beep. That's how you pronounce it.
It's the four elements B&B.
The 4 elements. Yeah, no, that you guys don't have that kind of money right now. Oh, you do, but that's all. That's the BBB. Okay. Anyway. So yeah,
I don't
we can
know.
have
There was always Sally and Sylvester's multiplanar bed and breakfast called the Sands.
Yeah, but that usually costs you an arm and a leg.
That's true.
Goes in the stew.
Traz, don't go there.
And don't ask
You only have one
don't
left.
ask where stew is. It's some
Traz-
type of weird
Traz has
taco
the-
wiener salad.
Multi-visitor punch card.
Well, I think Wrek would fit right in there. So yeah, I can absolutely cast that for you. If you bring your things back, I can cast it on. Well, actually, on the underside of my tower would do just fine. We'll just walk around the side, and we'll have a tower coming up from the bottom and the top.
Sounds delightful.
Actually, with the Airbnb, we don't even need to do that. We just do it off the side. It's just a planar door. It's a pretty neat spell. You cast the spell, and then you telepathically receive the code to the door, which is a punch pad, and then it just opens. And that code was useful as long as you're there.
That sounds fantastic.
It's also got free food and lodging while you're inside. They even got this like little box that you open up. It's got cold drinks.
Yeah. I mean, I like this idea.
There is one downside to that spell, though, and that's in the morning, the breakfast meal is family style with a bunch of other people who are staying at the same interplanar dimension. You don't see them during the day, and y'all have your own bathroom, but the breakfast area is communal. So, you know.
I mean,
It's great
I'm
meeting
fine
new
with that
people.
if everyone else is fine with that.
I'm fine with that.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. Well, I guess head out there and go hunt a scaver, and I'll start making preparations for this B&B.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right, let's go have some fun.
Well, we'll try not to get eaten at least. That's pretty fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
And
that
if we
will
get
lower
eaten,
the-
we'll make sure we get spit out again.
Topla is going to start to make...
Tana's making just an identical face.
Topla is going to give you the eyebrow.
No, you're adorable too. Shall we?
Yes.
All right. With that, y'all head outside. First of all, so Cheshire is going to be taking the Wild Space Orrery, right?
Correct.
Excellent. All right, so with that in our possession, we could... I mean, I don't know why we needed B&B. We could just stay on the ship. There are quarters there. We could just stay on them, I suppose.
A change of scenery is good for the constitution sometimes.
Plus-
And
Free
Rouge turned
food.
down to someone's hospitality.
Yes, and I suppose the Airbnb sounds like it comes with free air, which is good. We don't have to use our own supply. Not that
Not a
I'm quite thankful that that's clearly included in the title.
Well, I mean, it's otherwise it's yeah. I mean, we have a tree. I suppose we get free air that way. Anyway,
I think they also have a water B&B, a fire B&B, and an earth B&B.
oh, an Earth
And
B&B
a
would
heart
be
B&B.
fantastic. What would there? You know, I hear there's a war between the B&Bs. It all started with the fire B&Bs attacked. There was peace before
Everything
then.
changed.
Yes.
Mm.
This might be the last Airbnb.
In that case, you have to stay because it's a once in a lifetime opportunity.
It's true. Oh, but if you stay at all of them, you get a punch card and have mastered all of the Airbnb, all of the elemental B&Bs.
Then what would you do? Then you'd have to
See, I
start
need a
coming up with
Captain
other
Planet
bullshit
joke.
types of B&B, like spirit B&Bs and metal B&Bs and lava B&Bs,
And blood B&Bs.
Blood B&Bs. That already
Yeah,
exists.
but
It's just run by vampires. It's just
gonna
techno
say.
music and leather.
Yeah, I mean, there's worse sounding places.
and strange men with mustaches talking about ice skating, and they never make any sense.
I've heard of this place called Barovia.
It's a silly place. We don't go
Myth.
there.
Do you think they would have a blood B&B?
I think most definitely. Well, we should probably tell Mr. Flinch what we're doing. Shall we head back?
Is Castle Ravenloft
Alternately, we could
tomorrow?
always.
Yeah, it's Hotel Barovia.
Yeah. Alternately, I mean, we could always go with the Feywild's B&B.
The Feywild has a B&B.
Well, yeah, duh.
What's it called?
Can you leave?
I mean, you can check out anytime you want.
Hmm.
Is that the Hotel Robert, California?
Yeah, that's the one.
Hmm. That is quite a statesman, that Robert, California.
I'm sorry. Best part of The Office. Fight me.
Oh no.
James Spader's the best part of anything he's in. All right, so with that, Krux is going to step aboard the jolly boat, and
Yep, probably should make our way back.
he's going to stand on the bow.
Oh, I'm sorry. Come on. I'll instruct you how to row.
But we rode to get here.
Yes, and we must row to get back. Good show, Mulj.
Got it. It would be really ironic if we got attacked on the way back to the ship.
Oh, that wouldn't happen.
Right? It wouldn't happen. And we're just going to hop in and go grab an oar.
All right. As you're rowing, can I get a perception check off of everybody?
Sure. Oh my gosh, I'm actually rolling well today.
7.
24.
24?
13.
16.
19?
19?
Wait, I'm proficient in perception? What the hell? 22.
All right, so 22. Francis, what was yours?
7.
7. Cool. Crux's is also 7. Wrek, what's yours?
16.
16. Okay. So as you are heading off, everyone who made a DC 21 check are not going to be surprised at the following. And then out of character, you're not going to be surprised at all because this set itself up perfectly. As the jolly boat approaches the second wind, an enormous jet-black behemoth glides out of the darkness and cosmic dust, its red eye glowing brightly as its jaws open wide. Long, stringy strands of saliva break off into weightless globs as the ravenous monster descends from above. I need an initiative check!
Womp,
Give me your
womp,
initiative,
womp.
pop it in the
Okay.
chat.
I was rolling great until it really mattered.
Well, I rolled a 19, which means it's an 18.
All right. Okay, so that is not great for me. Nat, all right. So, what's your total, Cat?
Oh, sorry, 22.
22. Okay, so Cheshire followed by Francis. What the crap?
I know, right? Considering I didn't see it
Okay,
coming.
Francis, then a 14 from Mulj. Then it goes. Krux, can you succeed a roll? Big Mama. Then it goes. It goes. Krux. Then it goes. Wrek and Tana interchangeably.
I feel we are exactly tied because we both rolled a 1.
Mm-hmm.
You both
And apparently
rolled
have
one,
the same initiative.
which is ridiculous. Oh, and another hurt them more. Fantastic. I am going to
Do we need
use...
that? We're already rolling so well. We're already hurting ourselves. We don't need your help, Chad.
All right, let's do it. The creature moves overhead, and let's see, who was not surprised? It was Francis and Cheshire were not surprised, or Francis and Tana?
I was surprised.
Cheshire was not.
Francis?
Yeah,
I
Tana
rolled a
was
24.
not.
Okay, Tana, were you, Francis, surprised?
Yes.
Okay, so just the two of you. Okay, because Mulj was surprised as well, right? Yeah, okay. All right, so Cheshire, you are up. This creature is about 40 feet away at this point and closing fast.
All right, I'm going to activate my starry form and then use the, and then use that attack that comes with it.
Sounds fantastic.
And that's going to be my action and my bonus action as well. So it's a ranged spell attack with over an 18 to hit. That was my base.
Okay.
So it's going to be 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
And then that's 1d8 plus wisdom. Ooh, let's go with the purple cosmic die. Ooh, and that rolled an 8! Plus my wisdom is gonna be 4, so 14 radiant damage.
Ooh, beautiful. A solid hit comes out and strikes the side of Big Mama. The radiant... So just to give you a quick example, this is what Big Mama looks like. With that glowing red eye. It's going to lash out and strike into Big Mama's flank, burning a bit away. It is going to let out this horrible, phantasmic shriek that echoes through the void of space, like, oh, not that, actually, because that's awful.
Also, Kelly, just so you know, for my cosmic omen that I roll at the end of each long rest, I did get an even, which means that any creature I can see within 30 feet for attack, save, or ability, I can add a d6 to that.
Sounds good. All right, and are you doing anything with your action?
No, activating the starry form and using the attack for the first round is the full thing.
So it looks like the radiant shot, the chat's saying the radiant shot happens with the transformation.
Oh yeah, no, it totally does. Okay. Oops.
Congrats, you learned your rules.
It's been a while since I played her.
That's fair. Like, we had to take a couple weeks off because of illness, so that's fair. So you still have an action.
Yes.
Quick reminder, you are in one of these jolly boats, and with these jolly boats, you are moving in 3-dimensional space. Each round, you can move 10 feet horizontally in any direction along the gravity plane. So, pardon me, we're not in 3-dimensional space. We're on this gravity plane. However, Big Mama can move in 3-dimensional space. The boat cannot.
Yeah, that makes sense. Just looking through my prepared spells here.
Totally. Also, you can use the oars as clubs.
I guess for purposes of choosing spells on my turn, how far away is Big Mama?
40 feet at this juncture. Soon to be much
40
much closer.
feet, how dare you?
Well, she acts before you, so...
Okay, I'm just going to do... I'm going to do Guiding Bolt at 3rd level.
Okay. All right, make me a attack roll.
So that's going to be a ranged attack roll, and that's going to be
I'm going to spend a hurt
7.
them more for disadvantage.
Oh, okay, because that was a 17 base, the first one.
18.
And that's going to be a 15 base.
Okay.
So it's a 19 hit.
It will hit.
Yay! Okay, and that was 3rd level, so that's going to be 5d6.
Okay.
And that's gonna be 14 damage.
14 damage.
14 radiant damage.
So 14 and 14 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Another bolt hits this this black shape that looms out of the darkness, and you are going to see now, as the radiant energy suffuses it, causing it to glow in the night, just how aggressive and creepy and freaky this creature is. It glares down at you with its one glowing eye and will snarl and advance. The next person who attacks this thing has advantage on their hit, don't forget. Francis, you are surprised this round. Mulj, you are surprised this round. Big Mama! Big Mama is going to charge Mulj, because Mulj is near the front. And I'm going to spend a roll with advantage. Okay, well, I didn't need that. All right, Big Mama is going to swoop by and use her swallowing bite. Mulj, I have a 24 to hit you as
That
she
hits.
sails overhead at a range of 10 feet. You must succeed a dex save.
Oh, does my barbarian thing apply here? The danger sense.
What is the wording on
The
danger sense?
advantage on dex saves.
Yes, it does.
That I can see, such as traps and spells. Just an example.
I'm going to say it doesn't because you're surprised.
Okay. Okay.
So
Do I still
you
have to do a? But I can still do a
Well,
save
it says that you
because
can
I'm
see.
surprised. Yeah.
So,
I think that's saying I can choose not to save.
Yeah. What do you think? Do you think you would? I'll put it in your court. Because is it the ability to have vision that does it, or is it you need to be aware of it? Well, you don't because it's danger sense. So yeah, you can roll with advantage.
Yeah. Okay.
There
Because
we go. We did
I
work
know
through it.
I can see. I see it happening. I'm just not fast enough to actually act in combat. I'm just.
That's fair. Yeah, that's what it is. Because
Yeah.
like if you walk down a corridor and a bunch of like poison darts shot out, you'd still have this, and you didn't see the darts.
Yeah. It doesn't make a huge difference though because I don't roll well. But that's a dex save. That's a 12. So yeah.
All right. So it swims by you and goes gloop. And
No, I've been eaten.
3, 2, 1. All right, cool. You are blinded and restrained. You have total cover against attacks, and at the start of their turn, you're going to take some damage from digestion. Okay. It's going to swoop by and swallow you, and is going to look down at you, Cheshire, and I need Cheshire to make me a wisdom save.
Coming right up. Ooh. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
21. Okay. You're going to feel a little chill of ice down your back, but are going to be otherwise unfazed by this. Krux is going to go. Wrek is going to be too busy looking at the oar and wondering if he should row. And now we're down to Tana. Tana, it is your turn as this giant creature sails over the bow and prepares for another attack, it seems. What do you do?
Dun.
It is 15 feet from you.
Oh, 15 feet specifically, you say?
15
I have
feet
a very silly rules question.
I have a very silly rules
So I
answer.
have a cantrip which is called Lightning Lure, which sort of does like a lasso of
Yep.
lightning on something, and you can pull creatures towards you. Can I pull
Yep.
myself towards a creature?
Yes. You want to know the dumber question of this? If you
Yeah.
brace yourself, you can pull your boat closer. You can
I
turn
mean, I guess
it.
in space it's kind of the same thing.
I think that you can use this as a winch. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're gonna try for lightning lure to try to get closer to the thing. I think Tana's got enough brain power and not enough panic at the moment to not jump off single-handedly to try to save an adorable.
I mean, you may
slimy friend.
absolutely kite yourself off of this giant shark thing.
She likes not being eaten.
Okay. I mean,
Oh, I think I might actually miss. So I have a 14 to hit.
does everybody remember?
Wait, actually, hang on. Do I even need to make a ranged spell attack on this? Oh, it just strikes. Never mind. So it just has to make
Yeah,
a
it should-
DC 15 strength check or the pull happens.
Okay, I have to succeed a check.
Just DC 15 though.
That is a 10.
Brilliant. Then let's yoink ourselves 10 feet closer to this thing, and then it takes some lightning damage.
Okay, that sounds good to me.
Oh, nice. Oh, okay. Well, an 8 and a 2. So 10 lightning damage.
10 lightning damage. Okay. 10 lightning damage is going to pepper this creature's frame as you wrap a lightning lure around its tail, pulling it back toward you, pulling the ship over toward it. At that point, I'm going to spend a hurt the more for Big Mama to rear around with that kind of look in her bulbous red eye that says, if you want me, fine, you can have me. And she's going to launch herself back at you, not really knowing where to bite. She is going to take an attack at Wrek. Wrek, that is a 25. I need you to make me a dex save. As she goes and sails by to bite you again. Well, to bite at you.
Okay. Where's my dex? There it is. Holy mackerel. I just rolled another 1.
Oh my god!
I'm rolling nothing but ones here, so that's
Okay.
a 5.
Oh, that is awful. Also, so she's going to sail by and bite you, and I forgot to do something, and that was, Amy, I forgot to roll damage on you.
Oh yeah, 'cause that happens on her turn, right?
It happens on... No, her bite does damage.
Oh, okay.
I forgot to do that to you. So, as you are bitten, I need you to do me a favor and take...
extra life dice.
I need you to take 50 points of piercing damage as she swallows you.
Ow!
And Wrek, I'm going to use a dice roller because that'll take too long. So on a botch, that is going to be... Ooh, how many points do you have, Wrek?
How many hit points?
Yep.
45.
You're out.
Oh, good.
You are not at technically... Oh, wait. Hold on. I need you to make me a Constitution save.
Okay. See, I should have been using my extra life dice. That's
that?
unnatural 20.
Okay, that's perfect. You do not die from massive damage. I dealt with the botch. That was 70 points of piercing damage.
Oh, fun.
Okay, so you look up as this thing goes nom and swallows you whole. All right, top of the initiative. Cheshire, what do you do?
I'm gonna use my bonus action to use my starry form to attack. That's gonna be a 1d8 plus radiant. I should probably roll the attack first. And that's gonna be a 19 to hit.
19 to hit will hit.
Okay, and that's gonna be 10 radiant damage on that one. And then
okay.
I'm gonna just do what I did last time because I've got one more 3rd level spell slot to go, and I'm gonna just do another 3rd level guiding bolt. That's the word that I'm looking for.
Okay, and the first person that did you roll with advantage on your attack?
No, I did not.
So re-roll to make sure you didn't get a nat 20.
I did not get a nat 20.
Okay, cool. All right, so roll on your guiding bolt.
And that's going to be a 14 to hit.
Okay.
But I will add my d6 to that, one of my d6s to that one to increase that.
Sounds good.
To a 17.
Okay, that will hit.
Perfect, and that's going to be 5d6. Ooh, sixes. That's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Oh my god, I've got so many pages up.
I feel that.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, I'm going to spend your last something good happens.
4, and then... Yeah, 24 radiant damage.
Okay. All right. I am going to... Your radiant damage is going to smash into the creature as she sails over top of you. I'm going to spend something good happens to speed this up in advance. As your blast hits her, suffusing her with radiant energy again, she is going to tremble and is going to violently vomit digested parasites, plant matter, droppings, oval, refuse, wreck, and Mulj onto into just space.
Okay.
But you are not in her stomach at the beginning of her turn now.
I feel so funky.
You are unconscious. But yes, you also feel funky. Okay, Cheshire, that is the end of your turn?
That's the end of my turn. I'm done.
Okay, Francis, it is your turn. You can see that Wrek has been torn to pieces and is basically bloodier than you have ever seen him. His skin is glowing with the stuff. What do you do?
Not time to go down quite yet, old chap. And is going to cast Healing Word on Wrek, which I believe is a D4.
Yep, D4. Is it plus your wisdom?
I think it's plus wisdom, which is 3. So you can take 5 hit points.
Yay.
And then they're gonna roll up their sleeves and grab their hammer and just leap onto this thing.
Okay. So you can leap across the distance to hit this thing. You'll be kind of floating in space at that point.
That's okay.
That's okay. All right, make me an attack roll.
Awesome. So
Here comes massive damage.
Fingers crossed, yeah. Come on, 20. Oh, 19, son of a bitch.
You have inspiration.
I do. I don't know if I'm gonna get an at 20 on that though.
You have a 1 in 20 chance.
I'm gonna hold on to it to make just so that in case I have
Okay.
a failure. That's okay. Okay, and then I do a D10 of damage. Where's my D10? There it is. Ooh, that's a 9 plus 3.
Also,
but
you forgot the guiding bolt had still suffused it. You had advantage to be.
Oh, it has advantage.
Yeah.
Oh ho ho ho.
You guys got to keep on top of
Let's
this.
take a look. Oh, it's only a 17. But...
Okay, well, stop. All right, so you hit it. You also have all your war god stuff, if I'm not mistaken.
So that's what I'm getting. So my normal thing is so 9 on the D10 plus 3 for my strength, so that's 12.
Okay.
Plus I'm going to use my
Thunderous Smite, or
no, because that's all of those crazy things are bonus actions, and I use that to heal. So all my massive damage I can't really do right now, but I do have a thing that I can do. There we go, my Astral Spark. So as a GIF, I can do an equal amount of force damage as my proficiency. So yeah, so it'll be 12 regular damage with my hammer, so bashing, and then bludgeoning rather, and then I will do 3 points of force damage.
Okay, so what's the grand total? You had 12 with the first one, you had 3 with the force damage, and what was
15?
15 total?
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's still pretty good. Okay, so 15 points of damage. You and smack it across the back. You have definitely drawn its ire, Francis. Good job. That's what you're here for.
Good. Yep.
Okay. And then you start floating through space going, oh, bother.
Yeah, I'll try to grab a hold of it, but we'll see how that goes.
All right. Unfortunately, you cannot make that grapple check in this round. Mulj, it's your turn, though. You are floating through space. You can try to make a grapple check.
Am I close enough to do that?
You are right outside of its mouth.
To grapple Wrek? Is that what you're saying?
No, to punch or grapple Big
grapple
Mama if you want to.
Shark.
Okay, because no, my plan was so bonus action is gonna rage, and then I have 2 attacks. So my first attack, my first action, whatever, is gonna be my Ghost Water dive thing, where I'm going to bamf on top of it and try and punch it in the face, in an eye or something.
Okay.
Actually, I'm just gonna do that twice. So
Okay,
like that I am
so
on it.
rage, teleport, punch.
Yes, basically.
All right, let's do it.
I might. Yeah. That's
I
the
believe
plan.
in you.
Okay.
Believe in the heart of the dice.
And I'm also reckless attacking for advantage
I
on
would
my attacks.
assume.
So first action is port to it, punch. Second action is punch, port back to the ship if I can.
Okay.
Like
Do you get 2 ports?
Yeah, it's just an action. It's just part of my action.
Is it just part of your
It
action,
just
or is it
lets
its own action?
It's an action that includes an attack either before or after you bamf.
That's so dumb. I love it. I love it so
I love
much.
it.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
I go bamf, bamf, bamf. I will sometimes forget that I can port away and will just want to keep punching it. But that's a separate problem. That is my problem.
Sounds like a you
Okay.
problem.
First attack is what's it? 26 to hit.
Yeah, that probably hits. I'm gonna say
Okay.
that there's a 50% chance that hits.
And then second
but
one is
double
an
it.
18 to hit.
An 18 to hit. That's gonna be a hit. Roll me damage.
Okay. I roll terribly because that's who I am as a person. Sadly, it is only 19 bludgeoning,
19 bludgeoning.
but at
for
least
both.
it is magical.
So, one thing I just double checked: Ghostwater Dive. It allows you
Yeah.
teleportation. It does not allow you 2 teleportations.
Because I have 2 actions. Do I not? Is it extra action or extra attack? Hold on, let me double check what it says.
You have an extra attack.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay, so I'll ban.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was thinking I had 2 actions. That's
That's
where I'm
okay.
getting confused. This.
That's okay. I used to be confused by fighters because of that exact reason. So I feel you. Okay, so but still, you're gonna bamf on top. You're gonna go. This thing is definitely bloodied. She is having a very bad day. As you punch, you're going to see that red light on her forehead glow in rage. Is there anything else you're doing on your turn?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the rolls here, and I might only be able to make 1 attack. Sorry. I will talk to you about this later.
You may make 1 attack as part of your action. Moving this way it does not.
Yeah. I may have been misreading this the entire time. It's still OP and broken as heck, but
Is it true?
this makes it slightly less broken.
Okay, well, look into that because it's a third-party thing, and we'll talk about it after game. So make a note.
Yep.
Okay, so you teleport, smash, and slam into it. It is going to leer back up at you, and it's going to take a. You know what? I'm going to see if this recharges. One sec. Boop. It does not recharge. So instead, it is going to attempt to bite you because you reckless attacked.
Yeah, you have advantage.
I have a 26 to hit you.
That will hit.
Okay. That is. Oh my God, you might survive this. Holy crap. Okay, I'm at 1, 2. Oh crap! Really? 1, 2, 7, 12. Okay, so you are going to take 29 points of piercing damage, which halves down to 14. I rolled so many 1s.
You want to know something really funny?
Did you have 13 hit points?
I had 14 hit points.
Oh my
Well, I think I evened out to 0 there. So
You go flat 0. Oh, that is so rare. It's so rare when they go flat 0. It's so rare. All right,
Wait,
so
Wrek did the same, right?
no, Wrek went like minus 40.
Right. Okay, that's different.
So
Goodness.
Amy got flat 0, which is ridiculous. Congratulations, you get a little award for that. The award is that you are not in negatives. Not that that matters in 5e. And then that did not refresh. So Big Mom is going to spend a hurt them more and is going to turn around and try to bite Francis, though. And Mulj, you have been swallowed by that because you are unconscious, so you couldn't make a dex save. Unless you have anything that keeps you on your feet.
Nope.
Okay,
Don't think so.
Francis, I'm a-coming for you. Does a 12 hit you? I don't think it does it? No, and Francis is dancing, so that's...
No, it does not.
Doing
So I'm getting the little thing around my ping window that's telling me I'm making audio. And so I was like, Why can't you hear me?
You're not.
Anyway,
You're not.
um,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So it's going to snap at you with its Hurt the More, but is not going to be able to make contact. Instead, from the ship. There, it's right there. Commodore Krux is going to say, and draw his pistol and fire his musket twice. Actually, here we go. He gets 2 attacks. And that is 2 hits, actually. Good job. This is what happens when you're sober, buddy.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, and he rolled a 12 on a d12. That is fantastic. That's 14, 20 points of damage to the side of this thing as 2 shots.
Yeah, Commodore.
I know I made the motion doing 2 hands. He only has 1, but he doesn't have to reload because he's a GIF. Which is just the dumbest bonus. I love it. All right, he fires twice into the
It's
side.
ridiculous.
Get it, Tana! It's your turn!
And it is. Tana, who wants to go first?
I think.
Yeah.
Rek,
After
are you
you.
conscious?
Rek is
Yes.
conscious.
Yeah, I have
Okay,
5 hit points.
brilliant. Well, Tana's gonna do a spell.
Okay.
So punching might be faster. If you're in punching range, you should go for
Are
it.
you're still holding...
No, I'm going to try to heal myself.
You're still going to hold her with lightning lure, right?
I think that actually really only happens for a moment. I don't think
Is
it
it only for a
pulls
moment? Okay.
like a grapple. I think it's just a pull.
Okay. Lightning lure, duration instantaneous.
Yeah, I think it's just instantaneous. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just sort of it's the hook. Get over here, but then they're
Okay,
over
sounds
here.
good, Scorpion. What else are you doing?
Well, let's do a witch bolt. So I do
prefer
need to do a
not.
range. I do need to do a range spell attack on this one. 25. 25
that'll
hits.
Yep, that'll hit.
Sounds good. Then this is gonna do, because it's a 3rd level slot, so this does 3d12 lightning damage,
I prefer it
which
not.
is 8, 11, 19. So 20. Is that a 6? That's 20. It's a 6. So that is 25 lightning damage.
25 lightning damage.
And then I
Oh.
can maintain concentration on this to deal a little bit of additional damage each turn.
Okay, that sounds good. Your witch bolt streaks out, and is it what type of damage is it?
It's lightning. I feel she, does the usual, pull it from some mysterious gap between stars and blast it into the spooky thing.
All right, so that
Zoop.
slams into the side of Big Mama, and she is damn near decimated after that attack. Blood is beginning to spiral out into the cosmos from her many, many wounds. Many are cauterized, though. As she floats through her sick, Francis kind of swinging through the air as they float alongside. Cheshire firing radiant blasts, you hitting with lightning attacks. And Wrek, it is your turn. What do you do?
Okay, so first action, I'm using Wholeness of Body. So
Okay.
he is shaking all the sick off of his body and actually
Doing the Daniel
taking
LaRusso.
some of his wounds with him, so he gets 18 hit points back,
Ooh.
fortunately.
Oh, God, is it that many hit points?
Yeah, it's 3 times your level.
Holy crap, that's great.
But I can only do it
Mhm.
once per long rest, so that's,
I mean,
that's
Yeah, if you need that many more hit points.
So
Okay.
he's back to 23 hit points, which is
Okay.
almost halfway.
Is that your action?
That's one of the actions.
Okay.
And going to use my... Now I'm just looking at my flurry of blows, so...
So flurry of blows, you have to initially strike to do that, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah, you have
might...
to do an attack action to then get it. Yeah.
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 So if you did wholeness of body, you could not do that.
Yep. So I think that's it for me.
Okay. I'm just gonna check
So
wholeness.
I am going to use my bonus action, and I am going to straight up disengage from combat. So
That is something you definitely could do. So you can
Hells yes.
disengage and
Yeah.
just swim away.
yeah,
Just
that's
swim
what
away.
I'm doing.
Swim away! Swim away!
Okay. I
Yeah.
am going to I'm going to spend the Hurt the More and the Drama Bomb to about face and start charging. Are you swimming toward the jolly boat or away from the jolly boat?
Probably towards, because
Okay,
that's
so
about my
as-
only option.
As you are swimming like toward the jolly boat, the shark Big Mama turns around using my drama and my hurt the more. It is going to come at you. You're going to see the camera is going to view the jolly boat. You're all staring at this creature as it's swarming toward you, and I am going to make an attack roll on the boat.
Oh no!
It looks like you're gonna need a bigger boat. I mean, I can hit a boat with a 17. Like, that's pretty easy. Okay. I need each of you to make me a deck save if you are within range of the boat. So Tana, that's going to be you. Francis, you were kind of off in the ether. Cheshire, you're on the boat.
bit.
Wrek, you're on the boat. Or you're... Wrek, you're...
I'm kind of flailing to.
You're
get
flailing
closer
near
to
the boat. I'll give you advantage because you're flailing in space.
Okay.
Well, I
All
didn't
right.
roll a 1 this time. It was a 2.
Okay. You have... Oh, God, really? Okay. Okay. All right. So, Wrek, what'd you get?
22.
22. Okay. Wrek, you will take... you're definitely above that. You are far enough. You're going to take no damage. Starbun. Cheshire, you're going to take 7 points of damage as you're thrown away, and shrapnel from the exploding jolly boat is going to pepper you. Oh, Commander Krux needs to roll. Commander Krux rolled a nat 1. Oh, God.
Oh no!
Commander Krux is... Wow, I can't roll d12s to save my life. Is
So
going
many
to take...
ones.
Is going to take 20 points of shrapnel damage as he goes, bullets and blast! And flies off to one side.
Commodore!
And she's going to bite through the center of the boat. Cheshire, you're going to take 7. And Tana, you're going to take 14 points of shrapnel damage as a bunch of this is just going to slam into your frame. And we are at the top of the initiative with Cheshire. Cheshire.
Okay. Bonus action, Archer.
Okay.
So that's gonna be. I'm gonna add my d6 to that roll. And that's adding a 4, so that's
Okay.
gonna be a.
You are, like, she did just slam into your ship, though, so she is at point blank range. I need you to roll a disadvantage.
Oh, she totally is.
Yep.
She
Oh
totally is.
no!
Oh no. You're totally right.
But you
Oh
could
my
s-
god, and that one's worse.
Okay.
But I rolled a 4 on that d6, so that's gonna
Okay.
take it from a 17 to hit to a 15.
Okay. 15 to hit is gonna just sail over.
Oh no! Okay.
No, I mean,
So
sail
that-
over her AC.
Oh!
It's gonna hit.
Oh god,
Yes!
yeah, okay.
Oh. Okay. All right. So that's gonna be a that's gonna be a 4 radiant damage on. Oh, plus my wisdom modifier, 8 radiant damage.
Eight
For
radiant
that
damage,
one.
Okay.
And then, ooh, fuck, that's a ranged spell attack too.
Botch. I call forth your botches.
No. So did anyone get like, did we get like spread out, or are we still just like, clumped together at where the boat? used
You're
to be?
pretty much clumped together in space around her, is the way I'm picturing it. That like you kind of all
Okay.
jumped into space and are like kind of slowly falling down to the gravity plane.
Okay, so a thunder wave is a bad option for that.
I think it's a hilarious option that you should definitely do.
Am I?
If we're being-
have I been swallowed again, or have I?
You
just,
are
like, am I
swallowed,
floating? Okay.
but she has not taken her turn yet since she swallowed you. So you are
Cool.
not digested yet.
Yeah.
However, the
and
fun thing
then-
is digestion is going to count as an environmental, so it won't be able to crit you.
Ooh,
I'm
fair
going to
enough.
count it as an environmental.
Oh
It's
my
not
god,
malicious
load.
digestion.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to cast a cantrip of Primal Savagery.
Okay.
And
That's
that's a
the one where your
melee spell
claws
attack.
grow and you're like, meh.
Yeah, that's exactly the one.
Okay.
Mhm.
And oh, that's a base 15 to hit, and that's that. So, fucking spell attack bonus. No, spell casting ability. That's gonna be 18. 18 to hit.
18 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, that will hit.
And that's gonna be a 1d10 acid damage. Which is a 9.
Okay.
9 points of acid damage. And then as she rakes it across this thing's face, and then her nails are gonna return to normal.
Well, while she does that, why don't you tell me, how do you want to do this?
Oh, that makes it so much better. So okay, basically what I'm thinking is, cinematically, she's gonna like go up, right to this thing's eye, and just go to like grab its eye, and her nails are just gonna go into this thing's eye and just just acid it, and then she's gonna like rip it out.
Okay, you're gonna rip that out. Little bits of sinew and whatever accounts as its brain is going to go out of the front of its head. Sorry, you live for the noise, I know.
God,
and it's gonna slip out. And as that happens, I'm gonna just say that this happens. Instinctively, she is going to seize up and start thrashing, and is going to open her maw directly into your face and vomit Mulj directly into you, knocking you both just tumbling head over ass in space.
Oh my god!
And she will die, having convulsively thrown Mulj up.
Yuck!
And with that, the battle is over. As you float in space, feeling the strain of the battle that had just come, the creature is going to continue to, and in its death throes, as you've destroyed its entire spinal system, its entire central nervous system, is going to convulse one more time, and is going to upchuck a partially digested dwarf skeleton, wearing a strange outfit. A bulky suit that encases your head and body. It basically is a diving suit.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Oh, and actually, pardon me, it's going to convulse like a tiny bit more, and is going to upchuck a human leg.
Of course, that's gonna upchuck a human leg. Why wouldn't?
No. Francis will grab both the dwarf and the leg.
It's not the dwarf's leg.
Concerning.
And then Cheshire's gonna grab Mulj and just fly back to the tower.
Oh no, we lost Mulj.
No, Mulj's back now.
Everything froze. I had a heart attack.
Oh no.
It was the leg.
It was
Too
the
much
leg.
leg.
Damn it, Trash.
Too much leg. Okay.
Way too much
the leg is going to like shiver in your hand, and it's just going to kind of fold in on itself and vanish into a tiny singularity.
That's concerning.
No, that was quite the event. One might even call it legendary.
You know,
My boat! Krux is going to say as he goes head over.
Cheshire's gonna fly back out to go collect Krux and bring him back too.
Yeah.
Okay. You go collect your things. You heal yourselves up, and later, after you've cleaned yourself up and bandaged yourself up on the barest bit, you find yourself standing atop the asteroid next to Topola. Well, shucks, I'm real sorry that happened to y'all. But at the very least, I did find that I already had like a free credit for the spell, so you don't even have to pay the damage deposit or the cleaning fee.
Oh, fantastic!
It's, to be honest, it's actually advantageous because I was remembering that my ex and I were gonna go on a vacation together, so we pre-booked this spell to go have a nice little, time away from everything. But then it just didn't work out.
It happens.
So, but we still have the credit because they hold on to that type of thing, so I still have that. But it just reminds me that my ex is someone who might be willing to help y'all.
You still have a good relationship, I presume?
Oh yeah, I mean Grimzod's he's a sweet man, really. It just didn't work out. His name's Grimzod Garganhale, and he's a pirate. He's fought tons of battles against the Astral Elves. I'm very sorry. I hope that wasn't against anybody you know.
Zero offense taken.
I mean, we
Grimzod
had like a short
Gargamel?
Grimzod Garganhale. Garganhale. Rhymes with Joel McHale.
Who's that?
Who's that? He's a famous actor. He's yeah. And a great maker of soup. Anyway, we had a little tryst, didn't amount to nothing, and we had like an amicable breakup. You know how it is. But he's got a small fleet of ships. He's a pirate, and you know what? He owes me a favor. And she smiles. Anybody who wants to can make me an insight check.
Sure.
Assuming I've been healed enough that I'm conscious.
Oh yes, I'll heal you if you were.
I'll
right,
assume
you were
that
zero. Apologies.
everybody can be.
Why
be
am I
somehow healed.
rolling like this? This time I rolled a 3, so I have a total of a 4 on my insight check.
That's a 15.
I rolled
I'll
a
use my
15, so that gives me a
determination.
total of 22.
Because I still have.
That's a 20 for me.
Okay. Anybody who
So-
beats a 15 is going to get a sense that she's probably holding back some details on this, but it's her ex, so I mean, who doesn't not
Yeah, that's a fair
give
point.
the full thing about their ex?
But Francis is gonna kind of lean down, so he's kind of eye to eye with her, and just say, "We're not gonna get killed by mentioning your name, are we?"
Oh no! If anything, he'd probably just try to ask me out again.
Okay.
Well, unless one of you were looking to court me, in which case he might try to fight for my honor.
Mm-mm.
I ain't had my honor in about 10 years, if you get me right. Oh no, 14. Whew, time flies when you're having fun. Oh,
Understood.
It happens, right?
sometimes several times a night.
If you're
Anyway.
lucky.
Well, I'll do what I can. But I just all you need to know is that I ended things with Grimzod, not the other way around. So I think that's self-explanatory.
Understood.
Well,
Should we take a rest and then head off in the morning? Whatever
That
morning
sound-
constitutes.
of course.
That sounds like a really
All
good
right. So,
idea.
here we go. She's
Even
gonna
my
unroll a
gooey
scroll.
bits are
Gooey?
gooier than usual.
Let's see. The password is okay. Here we go. She unrolls a scroll. Chants in Draconic. And a small portal will go in the air in front of her. And from this portal that is just shimmering sparks and the wave of atmosphere that comes over a puddle of gasoline, you will see a little hook handle doorknob go through the breach in reality. It has a little like combination, like punch code of numbers above it. It's okay. 1 7 7 3 5. Here we go. Beep. All yours.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank
Not a
you
problem
very
at all.
much.
Enjoy your stay.
Really, really nice.
Oh, I
I
will.
hope people tell you that.
Thank you. I try to be nice. I mean, I got no reason to not be nice.
I mean, there's a lot of people who don't have a reason to not be nice, and they still try and stab people anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Good point.
Mhm.
Well, you know, Grimzod does still owe me that favor, and he does still have my Mage University sweatshirt. I'd really like to get that back. So
Mm.
they only give you one of those. You got to go to that school to get it. And I'm sure he's been wearing the hell out of that thing, wearing the elbows out, and you know how it is. He's got bony elbows. But enough about my time at Strixhaven. So I think I'm gonna tag along with y'all, if you don't mind.
I don't
That
mind.
sounds nice.
Sure.
Well,
The
while you're
more
in
the
there,
merrier, I think.
You know, this Anna's not going to keep itself.
Cheshire.
I
What?
really don't understand.
Look, I don't have a filter, okay?
Is this a paladin
Sometimes
thing
things
with
just-
honor?
Get said.
I think it's gonna
Or is
come in
this
very
a
close.
silly humanoid thing that I just don't understand?
It's a
Silly, yeah.
humanoid thing.
Silly was definitely the word starting with an S. I was going to say yes, correct. Absolutely.
They're discussing sexual virginity, Mulj.
Francis.
Oh.
What?
So it's a silly humanoid thing. Okay, got it.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes,
I've
the
dated a
giants were
plasmoid
incredibly
for a
weird
while.
about it,
It's not
too.
just a humanoid thing. I don't know what they got out of it.
Mm.
The weirdness about it is the humanoid thing.
Right? I don't know. It's very freeing. Anyway,
Mhm.
well, while you're in there, I'm gonna go ahead back to the second wind. I'm gonna see if I can get your chair up and running. Shouldn't be that hard. I did study
Sounds
magical
kind of you.
theory. Oh, hey, no problem at all. Well,
What is
Have a
what is
great-
this school you were talking about? A mage school?
oh well, I went to mage. So well, I went to Strixhaven for my mage one moment for my MTA, my mage transmuter authority. And then after that, I went to a different magical university for my mastery.
Mm.
Mhm.
Neat. I was unaware.
Yeah, I'm
those
not allowed to
even really
mention that
existed.
one by name, though. You have to swear not to when you graduate.
One of those.
How do they get
schools-
more students?
Strangely, word of mouth.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Question is which
Oh, well.
mouth. Mm-hmm.
Guess-
Anyway, y'all have a great time in there, and enjoy the breakfast.
I'm sure will. Thank you again for your hospitality.
Of course. Okay, heading in to that, you will find that it is a lovely bed and breakfast with several different rooms off of it that will accommodate each of you. There is the exact number of rooms that you want, as well as a giant potted plant pot that can be emptied out onto the floor for Mulj to sleep in, or a bathtub.
Yay. Nice
bathtub is
bathtub.
like a
Does it
king-size
have
bed.
claw-footed, like fancy?
Yep.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's great. And I'm just checking one thing real quick. So, boop, boop, boop. Okay. What? Deep. Exodar. Strahd. What is the other campaign that we've ran on the channel?
Homebrew or module?
Either. I guess
Exeter
Strixhaven.
House?
What'd you say?
Exeter?
I got that on there. All right, cool.
Stellar?
So I am going to let everybody here can roll me a d8.
Six.
And a
Should
1.
we?
You can just tell me. I'll just tell you.
8.
Okay. Okay. 1. Okay.
Sorry, I got an 8. I was trying to high
All right.
five Millie.
Cool. All right. So Krista, I am going
Bonus
to
high
roll.
five. Yeah.
Okay. So let me just count real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So you are going to have an absolutely lovely time staying at this place. You'll all regenerate full hit points. You'll also start the day with 10 temporary hit points on top of everything
Hell yeah.
that you already generated. You are going to... Okay, pardon me 1 sec while I just finish this up, and then that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is... And... Oh, actually, that would be... You know what? That's doubly fun. So you're going to have a lovely day the following morning. You'll sleep well. You'll have a wonderful breakfast, which is served to you by a pair of lovely, a couple of lovely elf bed and breakfast keepers, who are just the loveliest couple. Gregor and his husband are just like the nicest guys that you could imagine. They're very sweet. They make lovely mimosas, and you're going to have a big communal family breakfast with a number of people. There is a traveling family that is there. One of the oddest families that you've ever seen, really. You'll see that there is a red-haired girl with freckles and long elven ears, but whose hair kind of undulates into like autumn leaves in places, who is there with her parents, who are owls? Yeah,
Yes.
it's a good trip, but I just kind of like being with my family. It's good. You can see that there is there are a dwarven couple who are there on a vacation away from things. One is a very stout, stocky built, kind of looks like a blacksmith or a mechanic with a big brown beard, or pardon me, a big black beard that is actually not that long. It looks like it's kept very short, like a human length beard compared to a dwarven length beard. Sitting at the table, kind of making fun of each other, giving each other crap. The other one is this very kind of ornately dressed red-headed dwarf with her hair kind of curled into tight buns at the base of her scalp, who is herself, you can see she's heterochromatic. Her eyes are 2 different colors, and they are just constantly giving each other shit over breakfast, like, oh, that's my bacon, you should probably leave it there. Oh, well, if it was your bacon, then you should eat it then. I'm trying to eat my bacon. It's my bacon. And you can see that she's wearing like a holy symbol on her throat. And meanwhile, at the end of the table, 2 other people who are not together are going to be, well, one of them is glaring across the table at the other. It's a man dressed in dark clothing, who is just glaring daggers down at this purple-haired girl with a low-cut bodice sitting across the table, humming as she eats, like, I sure do love oatmeal. Oatmeal's so good. Oh, hi there. You can call me Win. Nice to meet you. My name is Gwendolyn Chapper. You can call me Win. Can you please? The man in black says as he looks across the table. He's got like one scar down the front of his face, a very long nose, black hair that's kind of greasily hanging to the side of his face. Can you please stop humming? I'm trying to eat. Oh, I'm sorry. You're trying to eat? My name's Gwendolyn Schaffer, but you can call me Win. My name is not, my name is Harwar. It's not, what do you, stop that. Pass the salt. Are you sure you're not salty enough? I mean, and that's the breakfast that you have. All there. So there you go. There you go. That is a lovely breakfast. You will all be ushered back out onto the rock. And at the end of it, you'll all have some little to-go bags with some cookies and things like that, which are very useful because that means that, Tana, you can get some of those people to sign your book because they will accept your cookies or you'll accept their cookies. I forget how it goes.
Excellent, excellent.
Okay.
There will be no repercussions for this action.
There will be no repercussions.
What's a repercussion?
And,
I don't know. You should sign the book and never find out.
I do want to say to the chat that Win and Harwar are not on vacation together. Although now that I'm picturing them, I feel like that's a marriage that could work.
This one is not together, but maybe the next one?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, seriously. I
This
feel
is where
like
they meet.
she's the only person that could handle his shit.
He's so angsty.
Okay. And with that, you'll come through the other side just in time to see the second wind swing up. Topola will lean over the side and say, I think I got it. Come on up. Oh, here, I'll just lower myself to you. And the ship will dip low enough. As you step out Cheshire, you are no longer attuned to the ship because you have not been there in a while. And the ship is being flown pretty well, actually. Enough she doesn't take out her island. Come on, hop on board and I'll take you out to where I know we can meet Grimzod.
Wonderful.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Go. I'm excited.
All right.
Are you excited?
Very.
I'm always excited, except for when I'm
Yeah.
terrified. Then I'm excited, but in like a backwards direction. I think that's
makes sense.
scientifically how that works.
Yeah, that makes
Backwards
sense. I
excitement,
understand.
yeah.
Yeah.
I have no idea what you're all talking about, but I'm down for it. Did you have a good stay?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of interesting people. I'd
Maybe
love to watch
just-
shows about them.
Like Little Mummers plays?
Yeah, like ongoing multiple plays.
Like a cereal.
Oh,
Exactly.
I love cereal.
Oh, they have some of those on the Maximilian's Eye sometimes.
Oh, I love the iMac or the Max Eye. IMAX? I can't remember which it goes.
Yeah.
All right.
Hmm.
And with that, let's head off into space. Hold on to your butts. And with that, you rocket off toward wild space. As you do, time passes. But when you're flying at 1,000,000 miles an hour or so, it's not long before you make it beyond the edge of this wild space system. You slow suddenly. Dead ahead, you see a cloud of debris that appears to be drifting wreckage of several ships. Krux shouts,
To arms!
peering through his spyglass. He adds,
Looks like 3 flying fishes, 3 lampreys, 2 squid ships, and 2 star moths.
Oh shit.
Those flying fish ships are Grimzod's. With the lampreys and the other squids, that's probably about half his fleet. I don't see his ship anywhere, or recognize any of the rubble. He's got a space galleon he calls the Last Breath. It's not here. We should probably make it through quickly.
I don't think we should go through the area. I believe we should go around.
Well, I mean, through would be faster. Well, what do y'all think?
Around might be more alive.
Okay, flip a coin.
I love a challenge, but I'm not stupid.
That's fair. All right, well,
Is there any way we can get a message to him?
I was never good at sending, to be honest. Besides, I deleted his number when we broke up.
Fair. Good on you. It's good. It's a healthy choice.
Honestly, I like to set my boundaries.
Good for you.
It took a while, but you know, you learn.
You should be proud.
Hmm.
And as you circle around it, what you're going to notice is that there is a little sudden flicker of light aboard the ship as you get near some of the vessels. A tiny ball of light appears over the bow of the ship and flies around the mast, settling a few feet above the main deck. It changes colors as it hovers in place. In a soft voice, it will say, "Lost, are we? Maybe I can be of assistance." Any of you with any arcana or any experience with the dead will recognize this is a will-o-wisp.
Oh. Great. Thank you for the offer. I think we're just passing through.
You're looking for Grimzod Garganhael. You know where he is? I would be happy to leave you through. He's a day away from here.
Tana, what do you think?
I don't really know what to think. What's in it for you?
Well, I'm kind of stuck here. I've already fed on all the death and dying. All of the dead here are as dead as they're going to get anytime soon, except for those two. He kind of nods at two bodies that are floating, drifting lifelessly in the void. Just kind of.
What does that mean?
And how do you know where he is?
Because I know where he moors. I'm a recruiter.
Well, doesn't seem any worse than staying here. What do you all think?
I mean, it's a lead, right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
probably better than nothing.
Our
Let
out
me-
of
let me
character.
Check
Are
my notes really
will-o-wisps-
quick.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are will-o-wisps like tricksters or?
Yeah, they often lead you
Okay.
to your death or doom.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
So Tana's
not
gonna go
always,
check her
but-
notes real quick, pull up her book, and write a sending message to everyone who's written in the book and is on the ship right now. With sort of that heads up that, you know, these things lead people to their death and will consume your life.
Hmm.
Typically not great friends.
I'm sure you understand that your reputation precedes you, so following you may not be in our best interests. However, if you would be willing to tell us where he moors, we would take that.
I don't see what the difference is. Wouldn't I just be leading you to that place in my own way? I don't
I
have
suppose.
Right? You'd still die. I wouldn't be
You
able
have a
to
point.
suck the life from your still bodies, but
Well, I would hope you wouldn't send us somewhere where we would die if you weren't getting anything out of it.
trust me or don't. But
I mean,
Wait,
we
is
do
that-
often end up around dead things, and we often kill a lot of things. So if you just help us out in general, there will be a lot of dead things for you to eat.
Truly.
There's really no disadvantage for you in this case.
I see.
And then when we eventually die, which I
Are
sure
you
will
trying
happen
to poach
eventually.
me from Grimzod Garganhale?
Well, no, we're looking for him.
But it seems like you're trying to secure my services.
Oh, I mean, if you want to just hang out with us until we find him, because if we run into things that we end up killing on the way,
I think
I
the
am-
argument is that we're more useful alive than snacks.
yeah,
Of course.
I'm not much of a snack. I think I got vomited out by the last thing that ate me.
Twice, actually.
Right.
This is true,
Oh,
actually.
I missed
Twice.
that part.
Yes,
Then
it
I
ate
will
you
help.
twice.
And I will help you.
Hmm.
My name's Willem.
The wisp?
Nice to meet you, Willem.
I don't
It's
really
very
have a
nice to meet
last name. It's more of a share thing, but think of me less as a wisp and more of a friend.
Lead the way then,
Sure.
friend.
I mean, that's easy enough to do.
Better than a foe.
Things
Willem to
precisely.
friend.
Willem to friend it is then. Follow me. It is a day's journey this direction. So you'll be leaving those bodies behind? It's for the best.
Is it? We could scoop them up.
What do you do?
Can we collect things from around here?
You can see that looking in the middle of the wreckage, there are 3 gray scabbers, the kind of like the small version of Big Mama, that are going through and nibbling on any corpses or arms, legs, anything that's left behind. They have avoided the 2 human corpses that are kind of floating around in the central area.
Yeah, I mean, Mul's happy to go and pick those up.
Quick, hang on one sec. I think I can test for undead.
As a cleric?
Yeah. I know I can turn them. I just don't know if I can test for them.
I think if you have what's it, detect evil and good in 5e, it also detects like celestial fiends, outsiders.
Yeah, I don't know if I have that spell though. Because like paladins have an ability that you just can sense it.
Yeah.
But I don't think clerics have that.
They can't sense it. They just nuke it from orbit once they recognize what they're looking at.
Right. If we can get if we can get close to that thing, to those two, just to be safe, I'd rather attempt to turn them before we even engage.
Of course, that would be very rude, though.
Are they undead?
Oh yes.
Ah, best avoid them then.
What if they're vampires?
Wait, what if they're conscious and
We
can
do
just
have
talk
questions
to
for
them?
them.
You could have just asked. I know many things. I have approximate knowledge of many subjects. For example, I know that Grimzod Garganhill came here and picked a fight not long ago with the Astral Elves. He attacked a star moth a while back, but since then, Astral Elves have been aggressively hounding his fleet.
Ah, well, in that case, he will have desire to help us in our quests.
I think he will be very happy to see Miss Topola again.
Hmm.
Well, that's nice.
Suppose we should move on then.
So, are we picking up those bodies, or are we just gonna leave them?
Let's at the very least take a look at them.
I'm very curious.
See if they're the talking type of dead.
Mhm.
Does anyone have a long stick?
I mean, I have a
Hammer.
quarterstaff.
Yeah, there we go. We'll use Cheshire's quarterstaff and we'll give them a poke. And if they say "ow" or "don't do that," then we know they're sentient and can talk, and we can bring them on board. Well, if they're unconscious, then I guess that doesn't really work.
Nah, poke them anyway.
Mm.
We're gonna go poke them.
Maybe I should just leave them here. I would not like to have any vampires aboard my vessel.
They might be friendly.
They're vampires.
So
They could be part of the crew of vampirates. I read about those in a novel once.
Mm-hmm.
We do
Okay,
not talk
a
about
novella.
vampires. If you bring them aboard, I insist they be destroyed.
Well, that's not very hospitable.
what if they're friendly?
Well, then we may as well move on.
I mean,
Alright,
just because
let's
they've got
go.
some dietary needs doesn't mean we can't accommodate.
Well, makes a good point.
Some dietary needs are quite challenging to accommodate if they are, for example, brains.
Says the one without any blood in them.
Oh, we don't know if it doesn't work that way. Like, maybe they can eat some of my plasma or ooze.
Let's shove off. If they're vampires, then they should have no problem staying out here without our help.
It's a fair point.
Okay.
Okay,
Mm.
they might be useful.
Vampires are not useful.
We don't know if they're vampires.
Then they're corpses, and they have no need to be on the vessel anyway. They'll feed the scathers.
What if they have cool stuff on them, like money or relics?
You can make a persuasion roll.
I will do so. 1 second.
Is that a nat 20?
It sure is not a nat 20. That's a... Oh no, what is that? That's a 4. I don't add
If they
anything
had
to
cool
that.
stuff, we'd be able to see it from here. Cool stuff is very visible.
Oh, come on. Mul's just like
That
looking
is
at
what
the
makes
others,
it
like,
cool.
Look, it's fine either way. I just thought.
All right, let's. You know what? We can always come back. The vampires. Let's head out. We'll go that way, and we'll be back soon, if needed.
Okay.
All right. Good. Not dealing with vampires. The last thing we're going to be doing.
And with that, you shoot off. Before long, though, after a day's travel, you're caught in a cosmic storm. Lightning flashes through dense blue and purple clouds, illuminating the silhouette of a galleon with a torn, flapping sail. Ghastly mariners stand on the deck and look down, clinging to the rigging, staring at you with unblinking eyes as you see this vessel rise out of the darkness above you. The galleon captain steps into view as the ship looms about 250 feet away from yours, closes to about 50 feet. That's his ship, Topola says. That's the last breath. Sure enough, you can see on the side of it painted are the words, the last breath. And the galleon's captain steps into view, a pallid, white-haired man with a barred metal mask covering the lower half of his face. His left hand rises and then detaches at the wrist, skittering up his arm onto his shoulder, and then waves at you with its fingers. Krux sneers at the sight and keeps one hand on his holstered pistol. He hisses.
Why did it have to be them?
And that's what we're going to call game for the day. You get vampires,
Tana's
Tana.
excited wiggling.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes!
good.
Grimzod Garganhale
All
is...
of her fanfic dreams are coming true.
Oh no. Oh my
is
god.
my favorite character in this module. And I
That's
like
amazing.
even more than the flump. All right, so folks, that's going to be it for us. We're going to be back in early December with another game, but we have a couple of weekend commitments that are going to keep us away for a little bit. So I greatly hope that you enjoyed this game. I want to thank all the players for being here. I want to say another happy birthday to you, Christa. Thank you so much. Happy birth. If you like what we do here, please give us a follow, give us a sub if you're over on YouTube, and if you have the means to, we'd love it if you hit us up over at patreon.com/dorktales to keep the channel running and to do things like afford art, to afford costuming, to afford rent and food. Things like that are very, very useful in 2022. And you also get to be thanked if you are a select level of patron. For example, I have to thank my world building producer, Schulten, the world builder, my divine producer, DM Michael Gray, Soul Omen has been in the chat all day, my demonic producer, as well as her sidekick Precarious, who is also a demonic producer. I also have to thank our princes of the Patreon, the Traveler, Trizelta, Cubby Gummy, Eolus, Amberthist, Buddy, and Terran. You are all amazing. I love you so much, and I cannot wait to show you all sorts of cool stuff. Be sure to follow, because Dragonlance is coming very soon, followed by the new homebrew campaign at the beginning of the year. But with that, I think we're going to take a little bit of time. For those of you on the Patreon at the $5 tier and higher, you'll see us tomorrow with Strixhaven, a Curriculum of Chaos, at 7 p.m. Pacific on our YouTube link that you'll get over in the Patreon. And if you're not, see you for Call of the Netherdeep on Tuesday. Good night, everybody. Bye!